restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50
This used to be the
locations.
studio.
No, I know. I remember. I did. I came in here when like AP and Ronnie did a show in
Your
here
vehicle donation.
way back
Make
when.
a positive impact on the environment while helping
You're
preserve
on.
heritage for
You're
the
on
blind. Every car
Comrex
donation
1 out of
counts,
Fort
and
Smith.
every
You're
person
connected.
One.
makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
When it comes to what's in your bag, size matters. Only Hardee's lets you choose from full-size favorites. Carb-grilled, hand-breaded, hot and melty, plus fries and a drink in our original bag. And all
No, you're fine. Yeah, that horse trash.
Well, guess price
That's
matters
cool.
too. Hardee's original bag, starting at $5.99. Because hard work deserves more than a free bag and an empty
Thank you.
Price may vary. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid with any other offer.
Hello.
ESPN
Good
Arkansas
morning.
weather.
For today, lock the sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 80s. Very slight chance of showers or storms across the south today. You can start to see an increasing chance of a few showers or storms tonight. The night low will drop down to right around 70. Now the round of widespread showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grant Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 53 days.
53 days. 53 days.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Now, we got to be together to win this dadgum game. Now, let's go over some things. Let's meet.
I am. Yep.
Jones jumps up and slams.
Can you see me? Where did my camera go? Yeah. Hey. Hi. Can you hear me?
Caller, text the program 773-777-6963.
Can you hear me?
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Right.
You're gonna learn real quick about me. I love
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
being competitive.
We're gonna be friends
forever. It's halftime.
No, I-
Orange.
Hey, Hunter can call in if he wants to. I'd love to talk to him.
Colton Little
That's on me. I thought he was a better producer.
and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. New energy, new perspective, same obsession. This is halftime.
Hello and happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome into halftime. Good to be with you. Alyssa Orange here alongside Matt Jones and Colton Little, and I'm going to have some microphone feedback. I can hear it. How's everyone doing? Did you guys watch the home run derby last night?
So sorry.
I watched a little bit of it. I forgot that it was on Netflix, so I was scrolling through my guide and couldn't find it. Had to open up the streaming app, and I caught a little bit of it. But
Yeah. Oh, it was exciting. And I think the ending was exciting because you have a guy and a hometown guy and Kyle Schwarber in front of his fans, Jordan Walker getting booed as he's hitting, and I think the excitement is all about, okay, like, can he get to 11 home runs? Can he get to 12 home runs? And the whole time, no one had hit that home run to end their swings. And if you hit a home run, you just keep going until you don't hit one again. And it wasn't until the last two, until Schwarber and Walker hit those, and then he ended up winning with 12. I mean, it was just exciting. My mom was sad. My mom said that Kyle Schwarber looked like he was about to cry. But I thought it was really exciting. So I thought it actually ended really, really well. It was a cool new format. It was interesting to watch. I enjoyed it, like I always do. But I think it ended in a really exciting manner.
Two things. If I was doing a softball team, Kyle Schwarber would be my first pick.
Yeah.
Second thing is the kid from St. Louis that won it, that made more money in the home run contest than he did what he's making his yearly salary. Is he any good? Is the guy that won the home, is he a real baseball player? Is he going to play for the next 10, 12 years and be an all-star, or is he just a one trick? Is that all he can do? Is that it? Are we going to see more of him?
I don't know. He looks that might be a question for Dudley tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of I don't watch a lot of Cardinals games. But I did think that was pretty cool that he got paid more for winning the home run derby last night than his annual salary playing with the Cardinals. But he's built like a baseball. Like he reminds me of Jason Hayward. That's who he
Ooh,
looks like,
okay.
right? So can he have a career like Hayward did? I
Well,
don't know.
not even that. Not even that. I guess what I'm asking is he an above average player? Like like when you see this McClung kid win a slam dunk contest, or you see some of this stuff, and you're like, oh, he's an N1. He plays in the G League. That's cool. I don't like it. I don't like the dunk contest to be G Leaguers, and I want it to be guys that are actually good at basketball. I don't care that. Just let me see what they can. I just wonder if this Jordan kid is any good.
We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. But it was fun. It was fun. I did feel bad for Schwarber though. My guy Bryce Harper didn't even make it out of the first round. So
Conor McGregor did, huh?
Yeah, it was bad. You know, when I was thinking about it, guys, if you go back to my record here on halftime, I picked the Netherlands
You got France
to
though
win.
now.
And here's the deal. I picked them and they were out. And then I picked somebody else and they were immediately out. Then I picked Harper and he was out. Like I don't have a great track record with you guys right now.
You're the only one keeping score right now, Alyssa. So I
Well,
can
I
tell
feel
you
like
this.
I feel like I have to.
No,
I
don't
feel like
worry
I have
about
to, right? Where's my street cred if I can't get anything right?
Well, Christian, he started getting stuff right, and we booted him off
That's
the
right.
show.
We
and
told
got
him to hit the
somebody new.
road.
So you got to be careful. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I just want to let you know because we love Dudley and he's listening. He just texted me and he said that Jordan Walker leads the MLB with 74 RBIs.
Okay, so he's a dude. He's
He's a
good.
stud.
He's a
I
dude.
just wonder. I don't watch
He's a
anybody.
dude.
I defer
It's
to
fair.
you guys when it comes to
Yes.
baseball talk. That's
That's
why I'm
fair.
asking. Yeah.
And that is why we ask you World Cup questions.
we go.
And speaking of World Cup, are you pumped for Spain France today?
You know what, Alyssa? This is like the coolest because if you were to look at who are the best two basketball countries in the world, I guess USA would be one. Would Spain be two? Who's the second best? Who gives USA a run for their money? I know Argentina beat them years ago when they had Manu Ginobili. This is no question, and I said this before the tournament started. This is number one and number two in this tournament, Spain and France. And you know how many times when we watch the NCAA tournament, we watch March Madness, and you get to the Final Four, and it's not 1 versus 2. You know, it's a 6 seed versus a 3 seed. You know, like how many times it's not. You don't ever get that. This is 1 versus 2 for a right to go to the championship. I don't know. It doesn't get any better than this. These are the two best teams in the world that are going to go at it today at 2 o'clock.
Where are you watching this game?
Mikasa Sukasa.
Out by the pool?
Well, we're working on. We cut down a tree. We're working on getting the TV out there. Next year problems.
Okay.
You know, next year problems.
Next year.
Um,
Okay, next year problems.
I have been in the pool about 11 of the last 15 days, and will I get in there again? Yes,
Yeah.
I'll try to.
There you go. There you go. Well, we know you're rooting for Spain. I'm going with France. So
Do you want tacos on it? I mean, you're down 3
let's go.
tacos.
Yeah, no,
so-
hey, I'll just keep that taco count going with
Okay.
all of the wrong
Okay,
answers.
all right.
The
Well,
wrong
I'll give
picks
you.
of
I
mine.
always give you a chance to win your tacos back. There's no.
Wait, is it double or nothing?
No, it's
is
just
that what
it's
we're
just
doing?
yeah, it's just one. It's just a one.
The taco tally.
Taco tally. Are we at 2? I think you're at 2.
She's a two.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at 2.
Yeah.
So you can we can go 1 and
Okay.
then we'll yeah, if you want.
So
France,
we'll
I'll
go
take Spain.
one.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll go one today.
And then I'll
Are you
take
going-
England tomorrow. if
Okay,
you
I'll
want.
take Argentina.
So you got a chance to sleep. Yeah, there we go. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
go.
we can swing it in one direction, and then we can then we'll pick the championship
I
game.
love it.
Do we pick the
I'll be
third
back
the
Thursday.
third place game because we know how you feel about the third place game?
If you want to, we can. I love the third place game because I'm a competitor and an athlete,
Mhm.
and I
Sure.
anytime you get a chance to go play, I want to go play. I don't know how their domestic teams, their club teams feel about guys.
Sure.
They might hold certain guys back. I don't know. You know how it's going to go down, but I think anytime you got a chance to get on that podium and win the third place game, flipping go out
Yeah.
there and win it,
Yeah.
man. Go out there and win it.
So my son is on day 2 of the junior golf tournament out at Paradise Valley here in Fayetteville, and driving him to the course today. So he's got a 1-shot lead right now in his age group.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, and so driving him to the course today, he was like, I want to listen to like winning songs, Mom. So I was like, all right. So I'm like queuing up all these old school winning songs, right? And so I queue up Number One by Nelly.
That's a good one.
Of course, I am number one, 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. And then I thought of Matt Jones in this third place game.
Why do they get a bronze medal then?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you the lyrics of the song.
Well,
made me laugh.
the great philosopher Nelly is how I like his philosophy. Yeah.
But we had to get his mind right headed out to the golf course today.
Well, just
He
don't
birdied
play
his
one
first
as the
hole.
loneliest number.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, we don't need to do that for him. But no, he's calm and collected out there on the course. I'm excited to see how he finishes later on today. But we got a lot to talk about. Speaking of winning and all those things, I think Wemby just got a win with his new contract with San Antonio. We're going to talk about that. And how about Malik Thomas continuing to just prove why he should have been a first-round pick, killing it right now in the Summer League in Las Vegas.
I also saw where Trevor Brazil got some guaranteed money from the Denver Nuggets as well. If I was a better producer, I would have put those figures in our rundown. But I did see that he got some. He did get some guaranteed money from the Nuggets as well. So all of Coach Cal's guys that were drafted this year, locking up some funds down the road.
Talk all about that as well as much more today. Some football news. We now know who is going to go with Coach Silverfield to SEC Media Days. What does football look like? Clay Henry going to join us at noon as well to join us for the noon through 2 hours. So excited to talk more about Clay because he's going to bring up that Montana trip. Just more stories from that Montana trip until he's out of stories, if he's ever out of stories. So excited to catch up with Clay as well today. So a great show for you here on Halftime. Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to take a break. But of course, remember, if you miss anything on the show, you can always stay up to date by subscribing to the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast, the Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast, and the 479 Equipment Ruskin and Zach podcast, all part of the Hit That Line podcast network. If you enjoy what you hear, usually some sports banter, sometimes some ridiculousness, all you got to do is search Hit That Line whenever you listen to podcasts or find them on the hitthatline.com app, powered by Taco Bell. And as always, don't forget to rate, review, and share. More Halftime after this.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
I don't know how you look at any of this as a negative, personally. Now, this deal was orchestrated by Learfield, right?
They're not buying Learfield. They're buying the University of Arkansas's athletics department. They're buying into this administration from an athletic standpoint. They're buying into, hey, these guys will deliver what we're signing up for. That's what they're buying into.
Only on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust a team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotling, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Our Senators John Bozeman and Tom Cotton and Representative Steve Womack are standing up for radio listeners like us by supporting legislation to keep AM radio in cars. They know the value of local radio in times of emergency. Now it's time for Congress to finish the job and pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Learn more at dependonam.com. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Happy 250th birthday, America. For 76 years, Crabtree RV Center has been proud to serve the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. We're thankful for the freedoms that make it possible to serve our neighbors every day. Located on 17 acres at the junction of I-40 and I-49 in Alma, Crabtree RV Center is truly your one-stop shop with sales, service, and parts all at one convenient location. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get $80 off DeWalt Atomic 20-volt brushless impact and driver kits, or $50 off select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
The best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want free. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
The other way, Thomas, I'm telling you, this young man is interesting. He is very interesting. Thomas, oh my goodness. Down the lane. Oh, he gets it to go. Thomas, the runner. Oh my goodness. This young man could throw a key into a lock. Swivels down the lane. Tough shot. Tough for some. My goodness. 33 for Thomas.
I think that might have been my favorite line from yesterday. He could throw a key into a lock. High praise there for Malik Thomas in the Summer League. Guys, we've talked a lot about Darius Acuff, rightfully so, and being out there with the Kings. But get this, Malik Thomas, 35 points yesterday, 14 for 23, 5 for 9 from the three-point line. Back-to-back 30-point games for the second-round pick. Man, Cleveland is loving what they're getting from him right now.
What a steal if it turns out to be that. Pups, man, they're going to bite early, and that's a good sign. One of the things Coach Cal said after like 2 weeks of practice was with Malik was he's a tough shot maker, and he's never seen a shot he didn't like, and that's the truth, man. So he's a bona fide scorer, the thing is, the NBA, there's going to be more spacing than there is in college. You know, SEC's physical, it's tough, it's brash. You're going in. NBA's the spacing's going to be bigger. So, is he a guy that can create his own shot, or is he a guy that has to come off screens? You know, that's kind of the things. Or can he do a little bit of both? And he's never been an above the rim player. So he's learned. He's crafty. He's got a bag. He's got some hesitation. That's what I always say about Billy Richmond. If he can get a little hesitation, little change of speed, because Billy has that turbo, and, man, that turbo's amazing. He can turbo right past you. But if you can work on your craft a little bit, Billy could be that too. But, man, much love for Malik. Keep it going.
Alyssa, Malik Thomas
Yeah.
has always been a big occasion guy. He rises to the occasion. Everybody talked about the fact that he was playing Robin to Darius Acuff's Batman, and he played that role perfectly his entire season. Then you remember Acuff was limping towards the end of the year. We had one final game on the road at Missouri. We're gonna let Superman, we're gonna let Batman take a rest today. We're just gonna have Robin take care of us. And Malik Thomas was Batman that day. He had, I think, 30 points on that night against Missouri as well. He's always been a guy that whenever it's time for Malik Thomas to be the best version of himself, he's done that. That includes right now showing out in these games in the Summer League, where we talked about this last week. Some of these guys will end up, delivering boxes for Amazon next week, but some of these guys will be in the league for a long time, including Malik Thomas, if he continues to do stuff like this.
Yeah, I think you're right. And sometimes we forget Darius Acuff was, a treasure and a phenomenal player for the Razorbacks. But Malik Thomas could carry any team that he was on also. He just happened to be on a team with a guy like Darius Acuff. And now you're seeing Malik Thomas really shine like you said, when he needs to. But he's also got a chip on his shoulder because he fell to the second round, because he felt like he should have been a first-round pick. I thought it was really cool, some comments he said the other day about Cal staying and watching one of his games with his parents, because Cal said, I missed the first one, I want to see the second one. Like, Cal changed his flights. I thought that spoke a lot to how much he believes in Malik Thomas, even though he was only on campus at Arkansas for a season. He's going to be special, I think, because he's really, really talented. And sometimes it always goes back to, you love how they're having success right now, but man, you wish you would be able to have more time with these guys in a Razorback jersey to see exactly what they could be next year or as a junior in the system under Cal as a college athlete. And so it's almost like a double-edged sword a little bit, in my opinion. Like, you love what they're doing, but man, it'd be really cool to have them one more year in a Razorback uniform.
Man, Coach Cal knows what he's doing. Ultimate players coach. It's obvious that the players love Coach Cal. He's going to keep it going. Did I see this right? Coach Cal got a commitment from a 4-star big guy.
Yes, yeah, we did. We did. They got a commitment today. I was looking this up, and
that's what we've been talking about a little bit. You think Anthony Davis, Marcus Camby, Boogie Cousins, Willie Cauley-Stein, Nerlens Noel. I'm big guys that can protect the rim. Guys that we got to have somebody like, and maybe that kid from. From Northeast up there. Is he from Lamar? I always think he's from Furman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe he's a rim protector. I don't know, but maybe this guy is too. We got to have somebody that can protect the rim, and maybe he's the guy.
So 4-star Caleb Oragu has committed to Arkansas, and that's according to Rivals. 6'10" center picking the Razorbacks after visiting BYU, Kentucky, and UConn. He's ranked 34th nationally in the 2027 class, but there's been conversations about how he could potentially reclassify. So we'll see how that goes as well. That'll be a really interesting pickup and addition if he gets on the roster this season, or we wait till next year for him to get on campus. Let's head to our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Brent from Searcy joining us. Brent, how we doing today?
Alyssa, this is the mouth. I'm doing coaches in the mouth thing. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm just calling to congratulate.
Thank you.
I was just calling to congratulate you on being on the radio. I hadn't called in a long time, and I was listening, and I didn't realize Bill had gone to the dark side.
Yeah.
Gone to
Yes,
the
Brent,
buzz,
yes.
and I like y'all better than the buzz, so that's all good in the neighborhood. But
we won't tell them that.
to you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to get you start talking high school football with you.
Yeah,
When
that's right around the corner. That's right.
I don't know if people know that you were a guest picker on our show last year.
I was. That's right. I don't know. My track record is about as good as my track record's been right now, but I don't think I did too bad. I don't think I did too bad at all.
I don't think you did either.
How's the summer going for you?
It's going great. It's going great. It couldn't be going any better. I just keep it moving, keep it grooving, and try not to flirt with disaster.
Well, that's good. That's good. Hey, tell me real fast.
That's what I do.
Is anybody going to beat Bryant this year?
This is the year to do it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Brian is good. They're really talented, but they're not as. I mean, they're not this. If you're going to get on them, you better get on them this year.
Well, that'll be it. We'll see what
If you're
Quad
gonna
does
poke
down
the
there.
bear.
He always puts together a winning roster, and that's the thing I think with Bryant. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, Mouth. There's something about programs who just know how to win as opposed to programs that are just trying not to lose. And Bryant is one of those teams. I mean, I was down there for that Bryant-Rogers game during the playoffs. Heartbreaking loss for Rogers. But Bryant with their heels, back on their heels, down to the wire, needed to score, took that game into overtime. They just turned it on to a different gear, and they knew how to win that game. And then wasn't much of a game, unfortunately, with Bentonville once Cole Slepecki went down. So we'll see what happens. High school football right around the corner. I know we're 53 days from Razorback football. I think high school football starts a week before that. So I'm excited for things to get going around the state for sure.
Before I let you go, in 6A, beware of the new line offense and Coach Zach Clark at Searcy High School.
Okay.
They're loaded.
Okay.
They're loaded for bear.
All right.
Hey,
Well, let's
gonna
get them on the
see-
pod.
I'm going to see you, and I will, because I bought a house in Fayetteville for me and my sister to stay in when she's there visiting her daughter. And I'm going to bring you some, Alyssa, I'm going to bring, we got new T-shirts. I'm going to bring you and Finn and some T-shirts.
That's perfect. I was rocking my T-shirt the other day around the house. I need a new one, though.
There you go.
Hey, Brent.
There you go.
Brent, call more, buddy.
Yes.
We miss you.
Please do.
Oh, I know. I'm the gift that keeps giving.
This is accurate.
That's all I can say.
That is accurate.
Okay.
See
Y'all
ya.
have a great day, Matt. Matt, have a great day.
I love you back.
Love Brent.
Love him. Thanks for calling. He says it's been a while, so
Yeah,
I
it's been a
appreciate
while.
him
Haven't heard
calling
anything.
in. Yeah, no, that'll be good. I know we haven't really spoken a lot of high school stuff. I know that's right around the corner with the varsity vibe stuff that I still have going on. But man, it's always exciting, and there's a lot of new things going on. We don't need to get on a high school sports tangent, but there's no Greenwood or Shiloh Christian right now in the 6A, so that's a wide open division. Shiloh now in the 7A West. Whew, we'll see how that one goes.
Hey,
but that's a topic for another day.
It sure is. Real quick though, before we go to break, and I got to do some bill paying here. I did want to mention this because we talked a little bit. I heard them talking this morning about it, and you know, Coach Cal getting another transfer player in here, another recruit in here with Origu. This is a big deal. And I think that the initial reaction is, oh, you look at another kid who's young. He's not some 7 foot, 290-pound behemoth in the paint that you may be looking for. But this is another really talented young player. And I'm going to say this. You won't catch me complaining about getting another highly rated, extremely young and talented player. So I'm excited to see how this does shake out. But we'll have to get a little bit more into this basketball roster construction as we go on today. And I'm sure y'all will dive into it when I'm gone later this week. Speaking of that, I'm going on vacation and leaving tomorrow sometime around noon, sometime around lunchtime. And before I go, I'm going to stop into Flyway Brewing to get some lunch because it's one of the best spots to grab lunch in all of Fayetteville. It's a good place to host a meeting for lunch, and it's a great place to impress some clients or just enjoy a really nice, casual, enjoyable lunch space and dinner as well. Great menu, plenty of space for private dining, and of course, it wouldn't be Flyway without that fresh beer. It's cold, crisp, and ready for whenever the workday wraps up or you got to go, head on to a vacation. And maybe it's time to, watch the big game. They got tons of big screens there. They'll have you covered. You won't miss a single minute of the action. Great food, fresh beer, all the action. Only at Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville on Zion Road. Make it your next stop. Have to get in there and maybe watch some more, or maybe the final of the World Cup out there at Flyway Brewing. That'd be fun. That'd be a good time.
Oh yeah, I'll go over. Their pizza's amazing. Their pizza's incredible.
Haven't
So
had
make
that
sure to
yet.
go
I'll
check.
have to try
Oh, that deep dish pizza over there at Flyway is worth the drive. It is so good. Man, that might be what lunch is today on my way home. I pass it on my way home from the studio.
Have Derek or Zach go pick that up for you. They're not doing anything.
Oh yeah, no, Zach has already done a lot of technical stuff for me today, so I'll let him have a break. I can go get my own pizza, but I'll put in a to-go order during the break. We're gonna have much more halftime after this.
And I would take great pride to go to the Rock, sir, and to lead the home call and to get this fan base because I'm getting my bells ready. I'm gonna bring the whistle.
This is halftime.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
When I'm in the mood for something sweet and hot, do I wait hoping my husband walks in dressed in tight tennis shorts and a dozen roses? No. I hit Hardee's for the new made-from-scratch hot honey biscuit. That crispy chicken, that hot honey, and that sweet prize. Just $3.99 for a limited time. Or that hand-breaded hot honey chicken sandwich with crispy bacon and melted Swiss on a brioche bun. Hardee's new hot honey menu. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you in everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights, because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you in everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights, because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
Wild West Burger, topped with a Hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
When you're calling me back to you, I'll be sidestaying, mouthing lines for you, humiliated by age, terrified of you. Oh, I got hope, but my hope isn't helping you. Spitting at guts.
Find halftime on 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith in the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs in Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Now, here's Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back to the show. I want to talk more basketball as we were kind of getting into the thick of things with the NBA and still so much going on in the offseason with moves being made. Hey, did you guys see that Wembanyama signed a new contract? Have you seen those numbers? They're pretty.
5 years, 250, somewhere around there.
Left
That's
some on
right.
the table, a la Jalen Brunson.
He did. But that's a big time 5-year rookie extension. And you knew it was coming with what Victor Wembanyama means to the Spurs, obviously losing to the Knicks in the NBA Finals, but a big time extension for him. And obviously he's going to be a staple down there in San Antonio.
If he stays healthy, Alyssa, he'll sign another extension in 3 years. So I don't think he'll get close to even playing out this contract. I wonder if it's backloaded, what the guaranteed money is. But if Wemby's healthy in 3 years, he'll just re-up again. They'll add another 5 years to it. So I would venture in the next 10 years, he's going to make over $500 million just from the Spurs alone.
That's crazy.
And we're talking about taking a price cut. He is. He's taking. He could get a little more, but he wants to win. You're in Texas. Getting $250 million in Texas or getting $250 million in New York, you get a lot.
Huge difference.
Exactly.
You want to know why? State taxes. There are no state income taxes in Texas or Florida. And then I moved to Arkansas. There are state taxes here.
Like 7% here, 6.5%, something like that. Yeah. No, I was
Yep.
in Florida too. I like that.
Yeah, right. What? Yeah, I was in Florida. It was great. I was in Texas. It was great. I moved to Arkansas. That's okay though. It's okay. I've stayed. I'm still
Arkansas's
here.
a natural state. What do you
I
love
know
about
you
it?
love
It's
it, man.
beautiful.
It'll suck you in. Again, being from the East Coast, a lot of my friends were like Arkansas, and I was like, just get here.
All
If
we
you
do
can
is
just
lay
get
on the
here,
porch and swat flies.
You know,
that's what Billy Bob Thornton said.
That's right. Let me just get you here, and people fall in love with it for sure.
Arkansas?
I got
What
my
do y'all
mom
do
to
there?
move here in 2021, so I'm trying to recruit people.
No, keep them out of here.
Oh
This
my
is our
gosh,
state.
stop.
This is
Can
our
they be
state.
related to me?
Yeah, you're
Can
right.
I recruit
Yeah.
the people I'm related to?
Family's
that's
fine.
Fair enough. Family
Okay.
works. Never go against the family.
Okay.
I get it. I get it.
You know, that's funny you say that, Matt. So my sister lives in Seattle, right in the middle of
I'm kind of. You
Amazon.
told me that, and I'm a little jealous because she gets to eat all the freshest fish ever.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
ever.
the fish market. I've never been out there. I'd want to go.
She gets to go to World Cup games, all the fun stuff. But she sent me a picture one day when she was walking. They used to live by the University of Washington. They don't anymore, but she was walking around, and there was a huge billboard on the side of a parking garage that said, "Move to Northwest Arkansas." It was a massive
Did
picture.
Banksy write that? Yeah, we're gonna. Have
No,
to go.
well, I
Okay.
think there's another one in Dallas.
Oh,
but I thought it was cool. It was like, come live in Northwest Arkansas. It was like a recruiting tool, which I thought it was funny. I don't necessarily think it was directly from Walmart, but it was right smack dab in the middle of Amazon country. And I posted it, and so many people had the same response that you had. No, don't come here. We don't need them.
I was just being cheeky.
You're just
Okay.
I was being
Okay.
funny.
All right. Well,
come on,
people
come
really
on.
did say don't
Come on into Arkansas.
You're welcome to come here to this
Yeah.
wonderful state.
Don't come here.
To those that make policies
Hey.
and infrastructure in our state,
Yeah.
let's get that up to speed.
There
for
we
all
go.
these wonderful people coming here. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of wonderful people from the state of Arkansas, Austin Reeves speaking out about the Lakers and his extension. He's got the largest, most lucrative NBA contract for an undrafted player in league history. He signed that earlier in the month, talking to reporters for the first time on Monday about LeBron James and everything. He said, I don't know if we've honestly processed it yet, but starting the season without him being on the team is going to be different. But he likes what the roster looks like for the Lakers right now, post LeBron.
Man, the West is so tough right now. Didn't they get rid of Rui Hachimura? Didn't he transferred out too? Yeah, if you give me Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, man, we're gonna win a lot of games. Give me some other pieces around them. I know there's a couple Arkansas guys out there on the LA roster trying to get into that like 8-man rotation. But man, shout out to Austin Reeves for undrafted and another guy we just had a text line talking about, Jason Peters. Undrafted, first ballot Hall of Famer. And although I have to check Coach Zimmerman's rule on 5 years removed from professional play, because Jason Peters was on a professional NFL team within 5 years, and I think they make an exception for first ballot Hall of Famers though.
Yeah. He said, speaking of Austin Reeves, he said the pieces are coming in. I'm very excited, and I'm happy to get started today and see where it goes. So that post-LeBron era in LA, according to Austin Reeves, feeling pretty good about it. Where is LeBron going to go for real? You think he's going to go to Cleveland? Is that where everyone's leaning?
I don't think he can win it at Cleveland. I think Donovan Mitchell is an absolute beast. I like some of the pieces that Cleveland has. I would go to play with Bam Adebayo, Giannis, and Bobby Portis. I think you think about LeBron being another big right there, having those guys on the floor at the same time, and then give me a shooter, Tim Hardaway Jr., whoever you want. That's where I'd go. If you want to win a title and you don't have to be the A player, I'd go to Miami. He's from Cleveland, though. His heartstrings, like what I was talking about with Arkansas. I'm from Arkansas. I was born in Arkansas. I'll probably die in Arkansas. I love it. So I think he might have a little bit of that, the tie to Cleveland kind of tugging at him. But if he wants to win a championship, I think you got to go to Miami.
Matt Jones, Arkansas born, Arkansas bred, and when he dies, Arkansas dead.
Arkansas dead. I was waiting for you to make it all rhyme.
And LeBron James is the same way about Cleveland. I think that's where he's going to end up too.
Yeah.
I think right now what's kind of funny is LeBron sort of made this like a chip on his shoulder in a type of way. Oh, the Lakers didn't want me. I'm still used goods. It's whatever. But at the same time, there's still going to be tons and tons of teams that right now are actively clamoring to try and do whatever they can to get LeBron James on their roster. The thing that with him is, what's his mindset? Is he trying to continue to put a bow on his legacy?
Maybe he takes that discount Wemby did and goes to the Spurs.
That's not unreasonable. I think there's lots of things out. I don't know if the Spurs could do it financially, same as the Knicks. And that's one of the things that the players union was up in arms about with this whole Wemby deal is, why are these guys taking less money just so they can keep the teams together? You should just be paying everybody the amount of money that they deserve. So that's kind of the question with LeBron. Is he going to get the money he deserves, or is he going to try and finish out a good, strong, finish to his legacy? I think Cleveland is the way he can do, honestly, both of those things, because it's a good roster there in Cleveland.
I get your point too, Colton. I think we have to step back as far as the people that are hating. It's not like Wemby took $17 million instead of taking $300 million. He still took $250 instead of taking like $302, whatever it was. So it's
no poor guy here.
Yeah, exactly. He's making his money. He's endeared to the fans there. I wonder what you guys think. Is Wemby a guy that could be a one jersey guy? You think of Larry Bird, you think of Dirk, you think of Magic Johnson, you think of Isaiah Thomas. Paul Pierce wasn't Kobe Bryant was. You start thinking about Michael Jordan was even a one jersey guy. And speaking of LeBron bouncing around, Wemby could be one of those guys.
Tim Duncan. He could be the next Tim Duncan.
One of the most underrated players in the history of the game.
My thing is with Wemby is he's on this Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar type arc. Obviously, you can make the comparisons with how they play, their size, their dominance because of their size. But he's also very outspoken about lots of political issues. He's kind of
he has conviction.
He's convicted.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. He's outspoken. He's also kind of maybe a little bit at times devil may care with the media. That type of stuff doesn't always play well or land well in a market like San Antonio, but it does in a place like Los Angeles or New York City, places where these stars tend to find themselves throughout their career. At the same time, I'd love to see Wemby in that jersey there in San Antonio forever, but I don't know how long that city and that market is going to be willing to put up with the sideshow that comes with Wemby eventually, because they can pay him all this money, Matt, but they can't always get him to win.
Well, I was about to say, he keeps winning. I know they didn't win a championship, but if you put pieces around him and he keeps winning, quite frankly, should you care what he cares about? Let the man believe what he wants to believe and go out on the basketball court and win basketball games.
I'm calling the Sacramento Queens right now, and I'm trying to trade De'Aaron Fox for Acuff. then you can win some titles. Get rid of De'Aaron Fox and give me Darius Acuff in that position.
Did you just call them the same?
That's what Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq back in the day. If you remember back when Shaq was going on that 3 titles in a row run, and the Kings were the most they're the Buffalo Bills of the 90s. Those Kings team, Bobby Jackson, Corliss Williamson, Chris Webber, Blotty Dottie, Mike Bibby, Doug Christie. I still remember those. Peja Stojakovic. I still remember those teams were amazing. Those Kings, they just couldn't get past. The West was so tough then. And they asked Shaq about it, and he goes, "I'm not worried about the Sacramento Queens." So I always call them
That's
the Queens.
hilarious. I hadn't heard that. That is funny. Hey, Charlie's on the line. Charlie, what do you call him?
What's up, guys? Hey, you mean the refs that cheated for the last back then? What's the guy's name? And got thrown in jail and admitted to it.
Well,
got bills to pay.
Hey, I'm.
Don't we all?
Matt is so good, man. He will not let this De'Aaron Fox thing go. He has said this.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. He was catching
no, I
strays
love
for
it.
no reason today. My fault.
dude just be catching. Look, to play a little devil's advocate with you, Matt. Look, in the regular season, he was healthy. Now, the lack of IQ in that series those bonehead plays he made. First of all, I agree with you as far as the trading thing, but why would you trade for him? And he's aging. I mean, you gonna have to give up a lot with him to even get something decent in return. If I'm any other team, I don't know what his contract is. What is he on, Colton? Is he on a 2-year deal? 3-year deal? I don't know.
4-year, 189 or something.
I'm not trading for that.
De'Aaron Fox.
I'm not trading for that deal if I'm any other team. That's just me, and he's older. You guys were touching on Malik Thomas earlier. Look, I know it's the summer league, but he could be out there playing bad. So let's throw that out there too. And everybody would say, well, it's just the summer league, so I guess you could play that either side. But I mean, I got to give him credit. He's also been extremely efficient. Matt, we talked about, obviously the ability. He's a bucket getter. He can create his own shot. I think one of the things he has improved on, and maybe it got lost a little bit while he was at Arkansas because they had Acuff. I think you can see the improvement that he's putting in his ball handling because he is smaller, guys. I mean, he ain't going to get taller. He's going to have to learn to be on the ball more. I know you said, Matt, that's not his strength right now, but for him, I think obviously he's going to have to, I think he'll be a willing defender and a good one at that, but for him to be able to last in the NBA, he's going to have to learn to get on the ball more. We all know what he can do as far as scoring. I'm happy for him. And, I mean, it was funny. Cal was doing you just got to see that, the play-by-play.
Yeah.
I think he was sitting by John Wall. He was like, stop it. Don't make that. He makes a 4-point play. It's like, yeah, it's been cool to see him have some success. And also, before I go on LeBron, you think it's better for him to go to Miami? Is that what you said, Matt?
I think if he wants to win a title, that the Heat's roster right now with Giannis, Bam Adebayo, and Bobby Portis, I think it's better. Just those guys. I don't know who else they would get, but you add LeBron to that.
They got to have shooting around
Tim
that.
Hardaway. Yeah, I think it's better than the Cleveland roster.
Now, I will agree with you on this, but I'm going to throw one other team out there that I think he's leaning towards. And I'm not saying they're going to win a title, but I think it's Golden State. I think that is highly possible where he winds up. I mean, I don't know if they could win. I mean, they still got Porzingis, they got Jimmy Butler, but that's an older team. Obviously, we know about Steph. I don't think you keep Draymond. Draymond's off he's not re-signing with them, is he?
I think he's got one more year with them.
They could make it work. The only problem would be the fact I think they're a little old. But yeah, I'm with you guys, and I'm so happy for Austin Reeves. Let me throw that out there. I mean, to be undrafted, and LeBron early in his career, to take him under his wing and like, bro, y'all need to put this guy out here and give him a chance. I think, I'm so happy for him and the money he's making. Congrats to him and his family.
Thank you for the call, Charlie. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Charlie. Absolutely. Yeah. Who knows? We're going to still just sit here and wait until LeBron wants to tell the world where he's going to end up. We're going to take a break here, wrap up the first hour of halftime. We'll be right back.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call today.
This is halftime. The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
There it is. Great things are happening at the Golf Nut. The all-new Titleist GTS drivers and fairway woods are in stock. Book your custom fitting today and check out the new Lab 2.1 and 2.2 putters along with special play number golf ball 0 through 99 in Pro V1 and Pro V1X. And while you're there, shop the great selection of Ghost golf bags, hats, and accessories. Everything you need for your game is at the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith.
The Crane Automotive team has 16 locations across Arkansas and is home to the Crane Commitment. You'll find Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and access to thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Vehicles for every lifestyle and every budget. Even if you're not in the market for a vehicle, the Crane Team Service Centers offer the latest in vehicle diagnostic technology and certified technicians to take care of your vehicle and get you back on the road. Check them out at craneteam.com. The Ruskin and Zach studios are driven by the Crane Automotive team.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a Hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Welcome back into halftime. Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back into halftime here. About 7 minutes until the top of the hour here on ESPN Arkansas. Colton Little here with you. Matt Jones and Alyssa Orange joining me as always. It's time for our Today in Review. We're going to do it every single day right here on halftime. July the 14th. Let's check out today's important dates in history, shall we? Let's start from the very beginning of time as we know it. Starting today, historical events in 1789. This should bode well for the blue today. The French Revolution begins with the storming of Bastille Prison in Paris, now celebrated as Bastille Day, France's national day. Maybe some good vibes for the French team taking on Spain today at 2 o'clock. Hey, in 1850, the first public demonstration of ice made via refrigeration by Florida physician John Gorey. One of those things we take advantage of today, or we just don't even think about. Ice. It just wasn't readily available back in the day. Had to go get it. Crazy. Hey, 1951, the first color telecast of a sporting event was done by CBS. Any guesses as to what it was? It's a horse race. Horse race that was unnamed, but it's important.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 1951, the first color broadcast of a sporting event. In 1975, plans are announced for Epcot Center at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. A great place to get drunk around screaming children and experience lots of fun culture and ride
We already
the
talked
monorail.
about drinking around the world at Epcot.
Yeah, it's one of the best places to do it.
Solid.
Really enjoyable time. Also, they have some cool stuff there at Epcot.
They do.
I forgot what else. Something City of Tomorrow.
The City of Tomorrow.
Project, yes.
They've got a Cars ride.
It's my
They've
favorite.
got a Coke World.
Definitely my favorite of all the parks there.
Now,
at
as an
Disney
adult,
World.
it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. As a kid, I probably liked Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, but no, it's definitely Epcot. Now that I'm older, hey, in 1982, the musical film adaptation of Pink Floyd, The Wall, was directed by Alan Parker, starring Bob Geldof, and written by Roger Waters. Premieres at the Empire at Leicester Square in London. 1983, Matt's a fan of this one. Mario Brothers, first released by Nintendo in Japan as an arcade game featuring an Italian-American plumber.
Currently playing a co-op version Mario 3D World right
now. That's a fun one.
It is so hard.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is the best one.
So hard.
Had some battles with my buddy on a Super Mario on Nintendo 64 back in the day. Those were super fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was his brother's old console, so we like to do that. Hey, in 1989, remember the diner scene? Harry Met Sally, starring Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan, directed by the late Rob Reiner, released today in 1989. Also in movie history, the best of the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogies, 2008's The Dark Knight, is released, starring Christian Bale and the late Heath Ledger, who won a posthumous Oscar for his role as the Joker in that movie. Fantastic movie. Let's hit some birthdays real quick. William Hanna, born today in 1910, American animator known for Scooby-Doo and Tom Jerry, the founder of Hanna-Barbera Studios, born in Melrose, New Mexico. American folk singer-songwriter Woody Guthrie, born today in Okemah, Oklahoma, father of Arlo Guthrie. This land is your land. You know the hits. Gerald Ford, born today, U.S. President, the 38th one, born in Omaha, Nebraska, played right guard for which Big Ten team? Anybody? Anybody?
Nebraska?
Good guess. University of Michigan. He was a Wolverine. Born today, 1960, Jane Lynch, her 66th birthday. Glee, 2.5 Men, Criminal Minds. Also born today, the notorious Conor McGregor.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Hey, national days today, Mac and Cheese Day, Nude Day. Please don't celebrate that in public. Cow Appreciation Day. Gotta love those cows. National Grand Marnier Day. Y'all ever had Grand Marnier? Terrible cognac.
There's this new milk that I just heard about. It's not almond milk. It's not oat milk, but it's beef milk.
Beef milk.
You ever had it?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Have to try it sometime. How do you even milk an almond?
Isn't that just normal milk?
Yeah, I think so.
My attempt at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
National Tape Measure Day as well. Today's rating 7.2 out of 10. That's your Today in Review. We do it every single day on halftime. More of halftime coming up after this.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
Employee pricing for everyone and 0% financing on all 2026 GMC Sierra 1500s at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You pay what we pay on GMC Sierra 1500s. And for well-qualified buyers, get 0% financing or save $15,000 off on the last remaining 2025 GMC Hummer. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 80s with a very slight chance of showers or storms across the south today. They can start to see an increasing chance of a few showers or storms tonight. The overnight low will drop down to right around 70. Now the round of widespread showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 53 days. Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Now, we got to be together to win this dadgum game. Now, let's go over some things. Listen to me.
Touchdown, Arkansas. Oh, my. And Jones jumps up and slams the football over the goalpost.
We're going to show the Hogs with all our might, and we're getting ready because winning, knocking at the door.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
I got a question for number 9. The wild wilderness at halftime.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
You're going to learn real quick about me.
Tacos.
I love being competitive.
We're going to be friends forever.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
Hey, Hunter can call in if he wants to. I'd love to talk to him.
Colton Little.
That's on me. I thought he was a better producer.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
It's wild about Matt Jones.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. New energy, new perspective, same obsession. This is halftime.
Welcome into halftime here. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, Colton Little, and joining us now, Clay Henry, like he does on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I remember you can always join us as well on our Lewis Automotive Group hotline at 877-377-6963. 12:01 here as we start hour number 2 of halftime. Clay, got a lot to catch up on, but how was your weekend, my friend?
It was great. Watched a lot of soccer. Absorbed all of that. This is the time of the tournament that it's just really sweet. And you see the intensity and the skill. I like this part of the tournament, that you've got nothing but the class left. And this tournament has pretty much gone form. It's gone chalk all the way.
Are you still sticking with Spain?
I picked France.
France. Okay. All right. So we are on the same team. All right. Well, that'll give me some good juju then, because I have not had a lot of it.
Any of those 4 teams, you could win, but Spain's unbeaten in like 29 matches.
Well, the last 3 times that Spain and France have played Euros, that Spain's won in the big moments. And you look at who France has beat, and then you look at Argentina and Spain when they play them. They're 0-2-1 in their last 3.
Yep.
Against those.
I just like their talent. That's why
There's
I'm
no
just
you
pure
can't
talent.
deny that. Can't deny it.
I mean, they got guys that are not playing on wearing those little practice jerseys or whatever that would be the lead player in about 20 other countries. And they don't even get on the field. Back when they sub, they might get stronger.
Would you rather France play England or Argentina?
Well, anytime I can watch Messi, it's a better day. I mean, just having him out there. I mean, it's like you're seeing the master painter. You're seeing a Rembrandt. He has a blank canvas and can just paint it the way he wants to. And that's who I want to play in the finals. I'm not saying I want him to win, but every time I see Messi, I don't care if it's an MLS game or what, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat wanting him to get the ball.
He probably doesn't have 24 months left too. So to your point,
You're
Clay,
right.
I mean, this is kind of the end of greatness and what he is. And the thing too about Argentina is they got other players too. It's not just all Messi. I mean, they McAllister, Alvarez plays at Man City, who scored the big goal for
Alvarez was a beautiful player.
Yeah.
Yeah, their keeper's good.
Their keeper's really good. Yep. He's a little bit of a kook. Is that a proper word
Oh,
to put? But
see, keepers, they're like kickers, Matt.
That's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you go out
Little
and watch
odd.
him in practice, or it's like in the locker room, he's over there doing, he's got his little army toys and stuff. I mean, I'm making that up, but it could be
I know what you
anything.
mean, yeah.
But it's like kickers. It's like, do you want to spend a lot of time with kickers? Only to be entertained, but don't pay too much attention to him because you'll be scared when they go out on the field. It's like, that guy's a flake. But that's his element. That's what he does. And I think you might have to be a little goofy to be a goalkeeper.
A little goofy to be a goalkeeper. Why is that?
Because I think the pressure and you just have to, nothing happens for 20 minutes and then they have to make one play.
And you don't really practice
You
with
almost
the
have to
rest
be
of the
ready
team.
all the time.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can, so that when the soccer field or soccer practice, there's like 3 different fields there. It's like the whole team would be on one field and the goalkeepers would be on the far
They're
field.
on the other
yeah,
end.
yeah.
They
Is that like
might be able
kickers
to
and
practice
punters?
go. Yeah.
They're just over there kind of doing their own thing.
Just like kickers.
Like the kickers.
The
Those
kickers,
I always feel bad for the
they're
kickers. They
gone.
always just feel like they're just, over there having to entertain themselves.
Yeah, but they don't get tackled. I mean, they're not real football players. They're just kickers. I'm not
but you
telling
need
you
'em.
something they
I
haven't
know,
told me.
I
and
know.
it's-
I hear you. No, I hear you, Clay. I hear you.
It's not. I mean, I've got some really, really good friends that are kickers, and they can be space cadets at times, but they're kickers, and I think punters are a little different because they do get hit and they have to go make a play from time to time, but kickers, no. And how many kickers have you seen have a chance to make a tackle and they just dive at their feet? That's because they don't want to get hurt.
I don't know. I feel like
get
Cam
hurt.
Little kind of got out there and tried to sacrifice his body a few
Don't
times.
do it.
That's the anomaly. Every once in a while, you'll find one that wants to go down there but Clay, to your
Flex his
point,
muscles.
well, it's like
Didn't
when,
Sam Irwin Hill take somebody out once?
Yeah, but don't do that, and then you can't kick or you can't punt.
True. Got to protect the leg.
And just your body in general.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Shoulders, everything. Hands for a punter, they're important. You got to
Yeah.
be able to catch it.
Yeah,
Don't-
you can't
don't-
really be putting with a cast on.
a lot of times your punter is your holder as well.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And that they're not real football players either.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
No,
trying
you're
to be
fine. No,
mean.
I know you're not trying to be mean. You know what? You have really kind of opened up my thought process here a little bit. I think I'm
The
just sitting here
kickers.
trying to process that. Like, okay, all right, but they're athletes.
They are athletes.
They're not real football
And
players.
Not. They're different.
Different
like Ish
football players.
Wardana's.
Hmm.
You don't want to line him up and run a 40-yard dash. I mean,
No.
it just
Sebastian Janikowski could have taken people out.
they're different. There are some that are have elite athletic ability because what they're asked to do is athletic, punt the ball or kick it. It's just the running part is not in their DNA.
If you like Messi, like, do you think Messi would be good at any other sport outside of soccer?
He could be a kicker because he's so talented. I mean, he's got the leg strength. He could do that. Kick field goals. Oh yeah.
Like Matt's compared Mbappe to Tyreek Hill or.
See, I think he'd be a tailback. I do not. I mean,
same concept. I'm just saying he's the most athletic player on the field. Tyreek Hill had a window where he was the most athletic player out there.
Yeah,
you think Mbappe could play football?
Oh,
if he grew up, if he was born in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and started playing football at a young age, 100%, he would dot the I and as a tailback.
I think last week I said that Mbappe would be so. I've said this for probably 40 years, 45 years, that the most athletic human in the world is an SEC tailback. So that's why Mbappe is one of those type freaks. That's where he would play. Now, Bellinger, I think, would be a wide receiver.
Bellingham.
From England.
Hey, Jude.
Thank you. Yeah. And then, the size thing would get Messi in football. He's a little guy,
that's
little person.
The thing that's different between soccer to American sports is America, we're bigger, faster, stronger, and that's what you keep breeding them for. In soccer, the last 100 years, the best soccer players are 5'9". It doesn't help you to be 6'7".
Well,
to be a soccer player.
They have to be able to run, 15
You're
miles.
like Wes Welker. Like if Wes Welker would have grown up playing soccer at age 0, somewhere, then he would have been amazing.
Yeah, he probably would have, yeah.
So Erling Haaland probably be a linebacker?
No, I think
Terrell Owens.
I think tight end.
Really?
Yeah, I think tight end.
You don't see
He's
him coming off the edge?
Well, I'm just saying his size, like he'd be able to block. I mean, to me, a tight end is a highly skilled player because he has to be bigger, 6'5", 240. And if he didn't have to run a whole game, he could carry 15 more pounds. He'd be a beast. So I think tight end. And they're highly skilled. I mean, they're they have to be able to block. And then the what we're not really computing is that some of these guys might have been killer safeties. Heat-seeking missile, play defense, maybe not offensive player, and that's the second greatest athlete in the world is an SEC defensive end. An edge rusher. They're freaks. And I don't know if any of these guys could do that. They may not have the 240, 245 that needed to play on the edge like that. But,
that could be a fun game. Drawing up a soccer lineup or a football lineup using only World Cup soccer players.
Sounds like a hypothetical to me.
There you go.
Oh, you just did it.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, like actually build like a full 11. We'd see.
Well,
we'd see how it goes.
You may not can afford them. What do these guys make, Matt?
Well, the guys we're talking about.
None of these guys look like offensive line.
Yeah. No, there's not any we'll get the offensive linemen. We'll get from Scotland those guys that throw the big telephone poles.
Take the Chad Morris light.
Yeah, all these guys we're talking about are making $100,000 a week.
$100,000 a week.
Whew.
I know Mbappe is.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Due, Elise, Erwin Holland. Yeah, he's at Man City. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. Messi's probably took a pay cut to come to America, but in his prime, Messi's making $50 million a year. They're all making Wemby money. Soccer players are the highest paid athletes in the world. I know baseball has the most guaranteed money, but if you just look at it per the numbers, soccer athletes are the highest paid athletes in the world.
Oof. Good for them. Good for them. All right, we're going to take a break. Clay, coming up, I want to get your thoughts on the next Arkansas Hall of Honor class. I'm sure you've got a lot of fun stories to share from there. So we're going to take a break, but want to also remind you, if you're looking to take a break, go find some lunch somewhere. The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes the fresh from scratch. Salsa, queso dip, guacamole, warm, crispy chips with every meal, plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and so much more. Make sure to go see Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps. Halftime rolling on after this.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Your home for every Razorback football game.
College to midfield, to 40, the 30, college at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Only on ESPN 95.3.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit, is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with, I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support.
Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
We had the pleasure of having Matt Zimmerman on our show last week, Clay, and he got to talk to us about the Hall of Honor class for 2026, and really cool how they kind of do that selection process that includes, some surveys with the A Club members. And if you missed that, by the way, you can go back and listen to it. Just go and hit that Line app and download that podcast and listen to that episode and that interview with Coach Z. But I want to get, Clay, your thoughts on the class, because I know that you've probably covered everyone on this list for the most part, and interacted with most of them. Ronnie Brewer, enough said. Tony Bua, Brett Eibner. I love that Dave England is on this list, and I'm sure you've got a lot of really good stories with Dave. Jason Peters, but even Goff and Bud Still. A really, really good class here for this U of A Hall of Honor in 2026.
Well, first of all, I've never seen somebody named to the Hall of Honor that didn't deserve it. So that just they were Hall of Famers before it was announced. They weren't. This is no surprise on any of these. My favorite was Tony Bua. I mean, I just love Tony. Had lots of deep conversations with Tony. I mean, he'd walk up to me and tell me what happened in practice, or what happened in the game. I mean, it was always just a delight to be around Tony. He was a great high school tailback in Texas, and he went to a camp in Texas, and Mac Brown told him he wasn't a Power 5 player at that time, and so he went to Bridge in New Orleans, and he played defensive back, played safety, and making 20 tackles a game, and he was a Division I prospect at that point. But he was a 2,000-yard rusher as a high school tailback, as a sophomore in high school. So a gamer. That's what you say about Tony Bua in all these. But still, it was good a ball striker as there's ever been as a Razorback. His deal was, if he putted well, then he would lap the field. But he won a lot of college tournament. I think he was the first SEC individual champ that we ever had, and that says a lot. They're just you look out there in any given year, 16 teams in the SEC now. There's 40 or 50 potential tour players in that group, and when you win the SEC championship as an individual, you've done a lot.
A really good list. We got a question from Casey in Ozark, so I'll form this question to Matt and Clay. Talking about Tony Bua and Jason Peters in the Hall of Honor, he asked, do you have any good stories about either of those guys?
Well, I'll go first, Clay. My favorite Tony Bua story, it's not the 22 tackles he had against Tennessee. It's one of the games people talk to me the most about, and it was one of my worst ever games as a Razorback, but it's a team sport, and we win as a team and we lose as a team, but we're playing LSU, and all LSU has to do is run the ball out. It's fourth quarter. We hadn't been doing much. Fred Talley just made one of the best runs in Razorback football history, broke 8 tackles, 60-yard plus touchdown run. We're in it. We got a chance. As bad as I've been playing, the team's holding it together. Defense is playing stellar. We're doing the things we got to do to have a chance to win. Tony Bua is not supposed to blitz off the edge. It's a fourth down play. All LSU has to do is get a first down, and they win. The great Nick Saban's on the other sideline. Tony Bua, he's a gamer, just like what Clay said. He sees what's going on. He sees where the ball's going and blitzes right off the edge and makes the tackle. Arkansas ball. The rest is history.
Tony Bua is my favorite Tony Bua story. Is a game that Arkansas lost to Florida, making a great comeback. About half the people left at halftime, but Arkansas came back, had a chance, and Arkansas needs the ball back, in the last couple of minutes. Chris Leak, I believe, is the quarterback.
Chris Leak, yes, sir.
And Tony came off. It was a broken play. Leak's out on the boundary,
right.
and right on our sideline. And Tony just like, I'm going to go make the play. And he gets there, and Leak sees him coming at the last minute, just kind of flipped the ball. I can't remember if Olajubutu, somebody got it, and we have the ball. And Tony was on him as he released the ball, and they called him for a late hit. They wasn't targeting in those days, just late hit, and it reversed the interception, and Florida ran out the clock. Well, that's not what I remember so much. When the game was over, Tony sprints to the opposite corner of our dressing room and goes into the officials' locker room. Did you know he did that, Matt?
Yes, you've told me this story before.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that didn't go real well. And, Tony came really close to, being suspended for the rest of the season. And Houston Nutt pleaded for him. He brought him in Monday morning. He wrote all kinds of letters. Tony did. Sure. I don't know if Tony actually wrote them, but he signed them. And he avoided suspension. And then he said for about the next 3 games, if he just breathed in the wrong place, they called him for unsportsmanlike. He said they had my name, and he deserved it. You don't go into the dressing room of the referees. I've never heard of a player doing that except
That's
Tony
wild.
Boyd.
What was the thought
call.
process?
It
behind
was
he just
horrible
wanted to
call.
talk to him.
Yeah, and it determined the game.
Wow.
That ended the game for Arkansas at that point. Florida ran out the clock, but we get the ball back on their 40 with less than a minute. We would have scored, Matt. We would have scored and won that game.
Wow.
Clay,
What
can
about?
go ahead, Alyssa.
No, I was going to say, what about Jason Peters? Is there any Jason Peters stories?
I'll go first. So my freshman year, we get done with football, and he comes out there to try out on the basketball team, him and Nathan Ball, and you're like, oh, Jason Peters can play. And then the basketball season gets over, so it's the summertime, and we're going to the hype. We're going to the hype 3 times a week. It's Teddy Gibson, it's Gennaro Pargo, it's Brandon Dean, it's Jason Peters, it's myself, it's other guys. We're out there hooping, man. We're getting it. And me and Jason and I, we're on the same team, and we're going up and down the court. And Peters, he does the thing where he points up, like for me to throw an oop. And I'm like, man, you can't get that. So I don't throw it to him. And he's like, Matt, come on, dude, throw it. And I'm like, all right, I got you. Next time I throw the oop to you, I throw it. My. So we're I don't know. It's not the next play, but it's a couple times down the court again, and the same kind of thing. Peters, he points up, and I'm like, all right. So I throw the oop to him, and I go, I threw it too high. And I threw it, and it was about to where the top of the square was, and Peters jumps up and grabs it and dunks it, and the whole thing just starts shaking. And I was like, I've never seen a man that, Robert Tractor Trailer would be like the body. I've never seen a man that was 6'5", 300 pounds move and be able to jump up and get it. It was like, wow, that dude could have done anything he wanted to do.
My Jason Peters story came when he was in the 9th grade, Queen City. Jim Washburn he's down there to recruit Randy Garner. And
another stud.
Yeah. I mean, a bunch of studs Washburn found in East Texas, all along that US 59 corridor. And he's in Randy's home, and he goes, "Hey, Coach, we gotta go. I'm coming. I'm coming for the visit. Probably will commit." And he says, "But I gotta go see my cousin play junior high basketball." He goes, "Who's your cousin?" He says, "Oh, it's a kid that you'll probably want in 4 years. His name is Jason Peters." And it's like, well, let's just go see him. And it was a junior high basketball game. And he said Jason was just throwing people around. I mean, he's like, he's a man among boys.
Wow.
And he goes, "I think you're right, Randy. We'll be wanting him in 4 years."
Well, as physical as he was, he had soft hands. That was it. He had quick feet and soft hands, and he's more physical than everybody out there.
And he liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he liked contact. I mean, there's football players, and then there's football players.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Peters is that. But then the next Jason Peters story, John Thompson was a classmate of mine at UCA, really close to me, and I still get texts from him. He'll see something. great defensive coach. He was the defensive coordinator. I think they had John and Bobby Allen listed as co, but John was calling the defense. And Jason Peters, brand new on the team, he's going to be a defensive end. That's what he was recruited for, not tight end. And they played the spring game. And, they've got a really highly orchestrated defensive concept with lots of calls on slants, blitzed. I mean, it was, guys stood up, but you knew they were going to blitz or they weren't. I mean, it looked like 10 were blitzing sometimes. But it was highly orchestrated, and it was all contingent on everybody doing the right assignment in these calls. And they played the spring game, and they're making calls 3 straight plays. They called for Jason to do something, and it might be a right stunt, or it may be that he's supposed to drop. And he just fired inside and sacked the quarterback all 3 times. I mean, went the wrong place on all 3. Totally frustrated John. And he goes, I don't think we can do this. And he went to Houston and said, why don't you take him? Why don't you take him at tight end or tackle? But I contend that if they just left him at defensive end and not given him any assignments at all, just let him wreck plays,
that'd be a 2-gap player, yeah.
That he would have been able to do it.
Real fast before we go, I want to ask you both about Dave England, because I'm sure you guys interacted with Dave a lot, obviously, for football and basketball. Matt, for you, and then just Clay all the time. And he, I loved him. He was wonderful. Not only seeing him around campus, but also out at the golf course too.
Dave was a sweetheart. He really was. Spoke softly around me, was very cool. And Nolan had this. There wasn't a lot of rules, but no, you had to get your ankles taped. And so I'd get over there, and I didn't like to get my ankles taped. So Dave would use this stretch tape instead of the regular tape. I'd be like, man, just the stretch tape, you can do that. It made my feet go numb. I didn't like it, and if it went too tight. And the thing I remember about Dave, same thing with Dean Weber, but Dave would listen to you and then convince you whatever the right thing is. He already knew it, but he would still listen to you and be like, okay, I hear you, I understand you, but we're going to do it this way. Tell me how this feels. And he would work with you. And as an athlete, that's kind of, you just want to be heard. And the way that Dave treated me was always cool.
Mm-hmm. This is personal, and it doesn't really have anything to do with him being a Razorback trainer, just a friend. I was doing a move, and I jumped off the back of my truck and tore my meniscus. Of course, I didn't know that's what I'd done. And it wasn't like it was debilitating. I mean, I just kept on going, and had a limp. It would swell, and I'm over covering something with basketball, and I'm going down a back hallway, and I hear this guy laughing, and I turn around, and it's Dave, and he's got his arm folded, and he goes, "Get in here," and he put me up on the training table, and he goes, "You're gonna need an MRI." And he introduced me to, Dr. Mark Powell, who's, the team physician, and, the rest is history. I had a meniscus tear and got it fixed. But he saw a friend that was hurting and reached out and is like, we're gonna get you fixed. And that's just Dave. I mean, it just a sweetheart as a person. But you want to do physical therapy, rehab. He was tough, nasty, but he got people back on the floor. I can't remember if it was Nikki Davis or somebody had a knee scope in between games and didn't miss a game. Now, you explained to me how that happens. Well, he did physical therapy during the night, 2 different nights, just stayed up there in the training room with Nikki and did not miss a game. Wow. Now, the players got to want to do that. But Dave could handle it and make you understand when you're hurt or when you're just sore. There's a difference in there, Matt.
He was a good dude.
All right, fellas, y'all want to break? Take a quick break real quick? Let's do that. Hey, before we do, it reminded me of Jason Peters, just about how how thick and how strong he was. You need a thick, strong fence. Get with the Fence Man. Call them today, 479-782-3936. They've been serving the Fort Smith area for more than 40 years. One-of-a-kind custom fences, residential, commercial, and high security, automatic gates as well. If you need important fencing, the Fence Man does it. You need financing as well, they've got it also. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanAR.com. Call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work. I also want to hear Clay's thoughts on Brett Eibner as well, one of my favorite all-time Razorback baseball players. But let's pause. We'll come back and do more halftime after this.
Let's crank up a little MC Hammer. You can't touch this. And then I went to Technotronic. Pump up the jam, baby.
This is halftime.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court. He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
The referee looks at his watch, and that's half-time.
This is halftime.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Save up to $4,000 on in-stock 2026 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off on this top-selling mid-size SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa with bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for availability.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
you discover that you love it here, you've got to stay on this rock, not a rock, an island on which you fall in love with in your twitch. You feel that itch in your petticoat, your pretty, pretty petticoat. And then you smiled, you got wild, didn't understand that the money to be made. Beauty is a card that must get played by organization.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Clay Henry joining us as well on our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. And Clay, I told everyone at the top of the show that we now know who Arkansas has going to SEC Media Days along with Ryan Silverfield next week. They go on Thursday, by the way, of SEC Media Days next week. They're going to bring Caden Kittler, Quincy Rhodes Jr., and Sutton Smith, which I think is a really good mix because Quincy Rhodes Jr. really, I think, the face of this Razorback football team right now. And then you've got a guy in Sutton Smith and then a guy in Caden Kittler who played at Memphis with Ryan Silverfield. So I think a good representation for Arkansas, who's trying to put their best foot forward at SEC Media Days and try to win some people over, in my opinion. Clay, what do you think about these selections to send to Tampa next week?
Well, I think that all of them are comfortable in front of a microphone, and that's important. You don't want to take somebody that can't handle it, so to speak. It's not somebody that can think on his feet. Now they'll program these guys a little bit. They spend some time asking them some tough questions and so they'll know what's coming a little bit. But yeah, I think you're right, and they seem like pretty obvious picks, to be honest. And I have not heard Sutton Smith do. I think maybe I've heard all three of them do interviews. So it seemed pretty logical to me.
Yeah.
Alyssa, question: Do
Sure.
you put any weight into the fact that typically you take a quarterback to these things, sometimes at the
Sure.
other, and they still haven't necessarily named one? Is this just gamesmanship? Is this just because I have no problem with either one of these guys? Like Clay said, I've heard all of them speak, and they're all very comfortable in front of the microphone. They'll all say the right thing. I was just kind of figuring maybe this is the time whenever you might get one of those quarterbacks out, but they did say they're not going to let anybody know till we get closer to camp. You put any weight into that at all?
Yeah, I think that it's a smart, safe move because if you haven't made that kind of decision, you haven't this is not the place to announce your starting quarterback, right? And I don't think this is the right environment to do so. So it's safe. I want to hit John Neighbors up with crediting him with this. It's the first time since 2021 Arkansas will not bring a QB to SEC Media Days. So I think it just kind of gives an idea of exactly where the football team is now and what Ryan Silverfield feels comfortable with. But to Clay's point, these are all guys who can represent the brand, who can also represent who Ryan Silverfield was at his last place at Memphis, and also put a really good message out there in front of national media who they don't get to talk to on a weekly basis, who don't cover Arkansas on a daily basis, and get a good message out there. I don't think that's a knock on KJ at all. I don't think that KJ should take it personally at all. I think there's probably some known facts inside that locker room in terms of who the starting quarterback is and whose job it is to lose. And I think we all agree that it's KJ's job to lose at this point. That's just not public knowledge. And this isn't the place to do that right now. And you don't have to, I think there's a common misconception that you have to have a quarterback be the face of a team. And I don't necessarily think that that's accurate all the time when it doesn't. You don't want to force that, right? Sometimes I felt like they forced KJ Jefferson to be the face of Arkansas a little bit too much when I don't necessarily know if he handled it all very, very well. When I think that there were other people on that team who could have probably been more of that face, that forward center focal point. I look back on my first years here, and you look at a guy like Trey Flowers, and I think Trey Flowers encompassed everything that Arkansas was about. He represented them at SEC Media Days, and guys like that, guys like your Quincy Rhodes Jr. are ones that you want you representing your brand here under year one at Ryan Silverfield Field. So that's how I feel about it. I don't think anyone should be worried about it. I just think when you think about who can represent the brand and represent it well, these three guys seem to be a really good selection to me.
Well, you can have a young player that hasn't played that you realize that is going to be the face of the program. I mean, everybody knew Ryan Mallett had redshirted, and he was a part-time player at Michigan, so he hadn't played much, but he was the face of the program before he started a game at Arkansas, and that's a guy that you take to the SEC Media Days. It's not, there's now they left it unnamed over that summer between Tyler Wilson, but we all knew that it was that it was Ryan Mallett's job to lose in fall camp, and he was an easy choice. I think Kittler is probably going to be a team captain. He's a center, and it's he's played a lot of football. He played at Central Florida before Arkansas, and he's played a lot and was the guy last year for this team at center. I think he's a really good player, and centers are usually good talkers.
Smart.
I have not been around. Well, they got to know everything, don't they, Matt?
They have to be either the first or the second smartest person on the offense. There's so much work that they do. There's even their footwork, even talking to the guards, even talking to centers. They have to be the. If you were to say in like a general rule of thumb, because we don't use a rule of wrist, that centers are the smartest of the offensive linemen.
I think so. They better be. And they usually are, and they're usually really good talkers. I mean, can go through and just list them
pragmatic,
through the years.
like they the way they talk.
Yeah, like I remember my first year, Travis Swanson was at SEC Media Days.
Just a perfect guy to take. And if you want to ask the center about the quarterbacks, they can speak about it. They'll talk about quarterbacks with Caden Kittler, and he knows them, and he's the only person that spends more time around the quarterbacks than the offensive play caller is the center, because they've got to take a lot of snaps pre-practice, and those guys know each other pretty darn well. So Quincy Road and Kittler, I'm not sure about who you would say is the next captain on this team, but those two guys will be captains, Kittler and Quincy.
Other teams that aren't taking quarterbacks, by the way, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, as I go up the list, they announced who's going for every school. Missouri is not bringing their quarterback. LSU is not bringing a quarterback. Florida, Arkansas, and Alabama. So this isn't, Arkansas is kind of in the majority there, not bringing a quarterback to SEC Media Days.
That's the missing link. That's what we don't know. And, Phil Steele did his SEC rankings and has Arkansas 16th. If you want to say why, I know Phil. We served on All-American committees together, and we talked a lot about how he picks. It's experience at quarterback is the number one deciding factor in picking the preseason rankings around the SEC. I mean, that's what he does. And you don't have any experience. There's a reason why they don't want to name a starting quarterback yet, because none of them have played significant amount. You had KJ played the second half against Texas. That's what I remember the most as far as experience for him. And he did all right at times, but he also made some bonehead plays. But he'll be the quarterback unless he flunks a test, in the next month.
Yeah,
when I say a practice, he flunks a test.
Sure, right. No, I think so too, and I think it's a good representation and a good outlook there for Arkansas. Clay, when you look at SEC Media Days, you and I have been on the media side of it all. Matt's been, what it's like to be a player in front of media. But when you're looking at this from a media perspective, and you're Arkansas, what is it that you want to hear out of this Arkansas team in this kind of setting in front of the national media like this?
It should be by design boring. It's
vanilla.
If it's not, If it's not, then you made a mistake. If you're picked at the end and you say something that inflames somebody, that you really made a mistake. If you've given somebody really something to write about, it's probably not what they really want. Now, you're not going to like hearing this, Alyssa, but the media days I avoided like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it. I generally took my vacation for the last 40 years during SEC media days because I just think it's a complete waste. And I think it's choreographed, and generally they do not give you what I call good content. It is just filler. And I just now they used to do what they called the Skyriders Tour. They did it in the Southwest Conference by bus in the Big 8, which I covered.
Mike talks about this.
They did it in a Convair 440, which is a 45-seat plane, twin-engine prop. And you would go to each school, and you could talk to any player you wanted. You could talk to any coaches. They wine and dine you, which is not needed. I can go to Burger King, get me a sandwich. I don't care, or Subway. I don't really need them to wine and dine me, but they did. But you spent the entire day with a program, and you could talk to anybody. They all were available, and then the head coach would come to the event that night, usually with the coordinators, and you hung out. There was real value to that. You built depth, you built relationships, you learned. This is not.
Yeah.
To bring in three players and the head coach and have 45 to 50 people, and they say that's the private setting with the head coach. Well, then there's 400 to 1,000 in the main room.
Yeah.
So did you ever ask more than one question,
No.
Alyssa?
We never asked questions in that big room because the TV room was different. That was the writer's room. But then you go up, and obviously as Arkansas media, you got one-on-one with the coach and the three players. And quite frankly, you're not getting anything that you haven't heard back here in Fayetteville, right? So because we are here covering them every day, we didn't learn anything. We learned a lot about other schools, but not about the school that we covered in Arkansas itself. So it is interesting. And sometimes you'll get some funny things like, Bielema talking about, borderline erotic and beating Texas and things like that. So there are some funny moments, but not necessarily learning anything new about Arkansas specifically. Not
dig into something and find out something. No,
not at all. Again,
I ride tours you could.
Yeah, exactly. Again, we're 53 days away from football season. So get your Bet Saracen app ready. All you have to do is make sure that you get a little wager. You got to follow the odds, do all of those things. We got to make sure that you download the Bet Saracen app. It's simple. Just go to the App Store, download Bet Saracen, or go to betsaracen.com. And as a welcome bonus, sign up and use the code WELCOME. Deposit at least $25. Place a $25 bet. And once that settles, you'll have $125 in free bets. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. More halftime after this.
So every game's going to be hard. Now, I'd rather be at home, rather not be at 8 o'clock, but I'd rather be at home.
This is halftime.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort. We're a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One has a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Did your vehicle get some dents and dings during the recent hailstorms? If so, you don't have to wait months to get it repaired. Evans Body Shop has appointments available now. Our on-site paintless dent repair team is ready to work for you. As always, we offer a lifetime warranty on our painted and paintless dent repair and a complimentary interior detail. Check out our Facebook and website for before and after pictures, reviews, and more. Call or come in today for your appointment and you'll see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
They won't let us keep the laces in our shoes. They say it's voluntary, but they won't let us choose. Looking through the glass, all that I can see, reflection of the man who threw away the key.
Welcome back into halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Speaking of football, Clay, Matt, do you guys put any stock into the Football Power Index?
I like to take all the information I can whenever I'm deciding stuff like that. I don't know how. I always go back to the Nick Saban quote. Well, why would we even play the game if this is how it is? But yeah, no, I like to see what people. I saw this. I saw Lamar Jackson fell like 54 spots from last year. He was ranked in the top 10. Now he's like ranked in the 60 when it comes to NFL players.
Wow.
I think it's data, and I think it's good motivation for certain teams, and I think that it's probably used. By Matt, did Coach Nutt ever talk to y'all about rankings and that play the respect card?
Yeah, that we were always playing against teams that had a lot of 5 stars, a lot of 4 stars, and Arkansas. We always had one of those kind of a mantra, or so to speak, an identity as. Nobody else believes in you except for us. We
Chip on the shoulder stuff.
Yeah. Coach Nutt was really good at that.
That makes sense. Right now, the FBI says that Arkansas has a 24.2% chance to hit 6 wins. I thought this was interesting, though. 4.3 to 7.7 wins projected. That's a big gap, guys. Like, how do you get into 7.5 wins? That feels a little feels a little slighted to me, but that's my opinion. We're going to talk much more on halftime coming up. Want to remind you to download the Hit That Line app and make sure to listen to the Eastside Liquor halftime podcast right here. If you missed any of the show with the four of us here, make sure to download that app and listen back to all of the great conversation that we have had today. We're going to have much more of that great conversation coming up after the break.
Feel the adrenaline on the road and turn every head. The Polaris Slingshot is here and it's waiting for you at Wheeler Power Sports. This is not a car, not a motorcycle. This is raw power, open air, and pure attitude on 3 wheels. Hit the gas, hug the curves, and make every drive an event. Don't just ride, arrive. Get behind the wheel of a Polaris Slingshot today at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbIrdTeam.com, LIMBIRD.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
What could you do with $10,000? Well, now's as good a time as any to find out. It's time for our very first Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources. Just visit us at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith and enter to win $10,000. While you're here, check out any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, WrathAutoFortSmith.com. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete rules.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon, upper 80s with a very slight chance of showers or storms across the south today. They will start to see an increasing chance of a few showers or storms tonight. The overnight low will drop down to right around 70. Now the round of widespread showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 53 days.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on HitThatLine.com.
Now, we got to be together to win this dadgum game. Now, let's go over some things. Listen to me.
Touchdown, Arkansas. Oh, my. And Jones jumps up and slams the football over the goalpost.
We're going to show the hogs with our fans, and we're getting heavy because winning knocking at the door.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
I got a question for number 9. The wild wilderness of halftime.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
You're going to learn real quick about me.
Tacos.
I love being competitive.
We're going to be friends forever.
It's halftime with Alyssa Orange.
Hey, Hunter can call in if he wants to. I'd love to talk to him.
Colton Little.
That's on me. I thought I was a better producer.
And Razorback legend Matt Jones.
It's wild about Matt Jones.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. New energy, new perspective, same obsession. This is halftime.
We are 53 days away from the start of college football season, but we are about an hour, maybe 59 minutes as it's according to my clock, 1:01 p.m. Welcome back to halftime from the start of France and Spain, which, Matt's just sitting on the edge of his seat, just like ready to run out to his car and go home and watch it.
Sitting here in the red.
Did you set your DVR like you said you were going to?
I have a person that's going to press pause for me.
Great.
Nice. And
always good to have one of those people in your life.
As soon as I leave this studio today, my phone will go straight to airplane mode because I don't want somebody to. And then when I get caught back up, I'll flip my phone on again. But I don't know, Clay. This is a question I have for you. When you think about sport in the last decade, just all the sports in all the world that you watch, when's the last time we've got a true? I know the BCS used to do this. You got a true number one versus number two because we have a bracket, we have a playoff. It doesn't usually work out that way where you get Spain and France are number one and number two in the world on talent, and this it's going to be a delight.
Yeah, the only thing would be better if they gave them the trophy at the end of the game. And I do worry about these situations where you know that you might be playing the championship game.
The game before, yeah.
And the celebration, I think
you saw Sampson do it. You saw Houston do it against Duke, if you remember that. You saw Kelvin Sampson just be beside himself thinking that, and then they ended up losing the championship.
Yeah, well, how about the NBA playoffs, when the San Antonio beat Oklahoma City in the semis, and they celebrated like they were about to get the trophy. Well, yeah, they just put down the defending champion, but the Knicks
work to do.
I told you they had not lost very many games. Well, they'd lost only 2.
21-4 in their last. 21-4 in their last 25.
Yeah, and I think that it was really easy for me to pick the Knicks, even though I think on form the Thunder, you would say, well, they were the best and Spurs knocked them out. But it's very seldom do you see 1 versus 2. You just have to remind yourself this is the semifinals, and I do not want to play Argentina in the championship game after either one of those teams. They will look at Argentina and say they're not what they've been. They're a little old. But I still think that
But they have an identity, though.
They have an identity,
yeah, exactly.
and
that's scary.
They are the champions until somebody beats them.
Nobody feels like the 4 teams left are teams that are going to overlook anybody. I mean, you look at maybe France, but in Spain, you've watched more of the Spain games than I have. But even England and Argentina have had to kind of scrap and fight to win matches and advance. I mean, nothing's really come super, super easy for them. So I don't see anyone really overlooking anybody if it's Argentina or if it's England.
There's going to be a great celebration for either one of those teams, France or Spain, that wins this game. Just
today, for sure. Absolutely.
And just be careful. It ain't over. They got another one after that.
And did somebody say it's Bastille Day tomorrow? Or
Today. Today is Bastille Day.
No flipping way.
How about that?
And it wasn't Argentina's celebratory of independence like 2 days ago? And it was Messi's birthday
Argentina's
like 4 days ago? That's
wild. Right.
Yeah, and then
that's right.
And then everybody's investing in raccoons because Erwin
Okay,
Holling
can we please talk about this?
Squirrels. And squirrels.
Squirrels. He had a squirrel too. Taxidermied raccoon and a squirrel. I would love to know where those are going to go. I think the mantle.
On the mantle.
They're going to go right
probably
by his
on the mantle.
And his Ballon d'Ors and everything.
Incredible. I bought that at some in Dallas. I think bought that in Dallas.
I saw this morning, Alyssa. They said they're already sold out of everything that Edward Holling had on in his picture. That's already they've sold out of it. It's
wow.
wild.
You sold out of taxidermied raccoons?
Well, we only had 7 of them, but it's like slow.
They shouldn't be hard to find. Just drive down the road.
Hey, you can come.
You
down
should be
here
able to
to my
find
house
some
and
raccoons.
shoot some squirrels.
So when I lived in Texas, I dated a guy who had a pet raccoon when he was a kid.
I dated a girl that had a pet squirrel.
Yeah, what do you do with that?
cuddle it and give it treats and watch it climb around.
Oh,
There's
no.
not much else a squirrel
Like
can
after,
do.
yeah, but after a while, I mean,
Stuffed
it's
is how
you've
you
got
want 'em.
you've got to put it back.
Stuffed.
I think he eventually put it back.
Clay, do you
Honestly,
have
but
any,
no, a baby raccoon.
Do you have any eclectic animals taxidermy or just the usual stuff like some nice, fish?
I
or
have
a deer?
I have 9 ducks.
There you go.
I have 4 replica fish. None of them are actual taxidermy. They are plastic,
Your buddy
replica.
Dwayne painted those, right?
Dwayne Hayda did,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, and they are classic. There's a brown trout of a 27-inch brown I caught in a tournament. Won $800 that day for that fish. My son-in-law was my guide, so that one had to be a replica mount. There is a 24-inch Bonneville cutthroat, and I didn't catch that fish. It's a replica, but it's symbolic of the change in regulation to make a 24-inch minimum for a Bonneville cutthroat and brown trout, which I played a role in that. And then there's a 28-inch rainbow that I caught at Bull Shoals Dam. It's a replica of that fish, and they're just glorious. Now, I'm lucky enough that my wife understands this is a river house and we can put stuff like that up. This
You
was
can't bring it back
Fayetteville.
to the
These things
city.
would not have made
Be
the
in the
main
garage, yeah.
room. Yeah.
But no raccoons, no squirrels.
Yeah.
No varmints.
We have all those. We have bear scat just off our front porch.
Hmm.
So we've had a bear in the last week.
Oh, like just hanging out?
Yeah. Yeah, they come
Okay.
from the national forest, swim the river, and they're in our neighborhood.
You keep spray handy, Clay, or you just
I
carry?
mean, these are brown bears. They run away from
Interesting.
you.
So
I
the
did
same.
have bear spray when I fished in Montana because the Missouri below Hauser Dam, if you go river left, there's brown bears. If you go river right, guess what kind of bears there are?
Grizzlies?
Yes.
Mm.
Didn't see them. They'll come in September when the kokanee salmon run. They die. They spawn and die at the base of the dam, and the rotting flesh of the salmon, the bears they come out of the woods for that.
Smell
Mm.
it.
Yum. Did you see that video of that bison and that poor man?
Oh yeah, he butted that guy up 20 feet in the air.
8 feet in the air at least.
Was it? No, it was 20.
I heard that guy was an Arkansas
joking.
Tech graduate. I'm going to try and work to
No,
confirm
wait a
that.
minute. We gotta
Try and work to
you know,
confirm that.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, you work on that. Hey, so speaking of, I think the coolest thing I've ever seen, the hunting and fishing world is very newish to me. I didn't grow up in that world,
neither.
but so it's newish to me. But the same guy I dated in Texas who also had a raccoon, lived out in the Paladora Canyon and hunted all dad. Have you seen those?
Yes.
The all dads with the big horns. And so shot and killed an all dad and had the head mounted. And the thing is massive. Carted that thing around everywhere. I was like, can we not? Can we not? I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I think because I didn't grow up in that world, it's all so new to me.
We have, deer herd in our backyard. We've got turkeys. Saw a coyote 3 days ago run across the road pretty close to the house. You hear the coyotes at night, and I mean, one of my favorite things to do is to go out on the back porch and talk to the owls, make them hoot back at me. Yeah.
Man, you're living the life out there, Clay, at the River House.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. See, this is so, guys. This is just mean.
You
Can
know
we
that's
talk
how
about
you
this?
get turkeys to gobble on the roost, right? When you
Oh,
get
yeah.
out there young, you get out there early before daylight. You get out there.
Yeah, you've done that down on Lee Creek, hadn't you?
Oh, and that's when it starts, and it's like, oh, I hear them 2.5 miles away. And you start walking. It's like, oh, okay, now it really starts.
So, I would sit and watch practice when Matt played. Steve Jones, his dad, would come up.
That
and
was his thing.
We
yep,
were
yep.
sitting and watching practice, and everybody, all the media out here. Oh, what did Steve tell y'all? What y'all? You know what we were talking about? Turkey hunting, smallmouth fishing. We weren't talking about football. I mean, never. Trout fishing, and that's what we want to talk about.
It's a natural state, man. He's a country boy from Greenwood, Arkansas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I look forward to seeing him every time.
France and Spain. That game in Texas again tonight. Matt,
That's
in Texas,
Jerry's
Arlington.
world,
There we
and
go.
it's gonna be phenomenal. At least it'll be half closed. I don't think the weather should matter too much there. Some of these games, it's kind of been a little bit of a bummer that it's so hot, and you could tell those last 70 minutes. After 70 minutes, they're kind of fatigued because it's kind of wearing on them. But I don't think today, being in Jerry's world, it could be a little bit climate controlled. Probably the roof all the way closed, I would imagine. So I think
bet it's
I think you're gonna get the best. It's the best two teams in the world, and they're going at it today here in like 48 minutes.
Do they hate each other, Matt?
Clay, the thing that both these teams, they don't lose a lot. And the last two times Spain has played France, they won. So we're looking at it, and the thing is, though, are they going to be open? Is one team going to play, try to be counterattack? Or are they both going to be like, because it's 5-star on 5-star. I mean, it's stud versus stud. It's 1 versus 2. Every single position, the player is no less than a 4-star. I don't think we understand. It's like watching the U.S. men's basketball team. Every single guy that made the U.S. Olympic basketball team is a 5-star. And that's the same thing when you're watching France and Spain. They're all absolutely amazing.
And they sometimes they're teammates on a club team, or they play against each other a lot. They know each other really, really well.
That's true.
Yeah. This game indoors. Tomorrow's game also indoors at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's interesting with a 2:00 game at Arlington. They talk about this all the time with Cowboys games there in the middle of the day. The sun coming through that side, and how blinding it can be.
It really
the
does.
sun,
Yeah.
and it's a terrible design.
You know what you can never tell coach?
With the sun.
Yeah.
The sun's in my eyes.
Coach doesn't go for it.
Yeah,
They don't.
Yeah.
That excuse does not.
Well, luckily they don't have to look up much. They're just looking down at the field.
True.
But,
little things that coaches don't like. And I didn't hear this from Dave Van Horn. An assistant coach told me this one time. Middle infielders, they make an error. Do not look at your glove after the play. Do not look. Do not look. Like it's something loose or
there's a. Oh man, where'd that hole come from?
Yeah, I mean, no, you.
There's
might
always
look
a hole in my
you might
glove
look
when I was
you
playing.
get into
Clay,
the,
what are you talking about?
You get into the dugout, but in other words, don't do anything to suggest that wasn't your fault.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, I'd come back from second base. There's this webbing is a little loose.
Oh, it's a little loose. Don't do that.
It's a little loose.
Don't
It's
do
a little
that.
loose,
Dave Van
Coach.
Horn will put you on the pine.
No, I don't. I think everyone knows. You just don't make eye contact with Dave during a game. Period. You just
Or
don't
your glove.
stop.
Don't
Right.
look at your glove.
Just don't look at your glove.
Got to be a goldfish and then
Don't
move on.
Yeah.
Don't look at Dave.
Yeah, you can check it.
Oh,
you can
man.
check it at night. You can, but don't check it during the game.
That's right. Man, you got to take that one home with you and leave it be. Hey, coming up, we're going to talk more college football. I want to throw something out there with you guys as we get closer to football season. And I want to get you guys at home too and who are listening to weigh in as well. So get your phones ready to text in, get your phones ready to call in to our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We're going to talk much more with halftime after this.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
It's the Monster Burger Eating Contest brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and hitthatline.com. Join us Thursday, July 16th at 1820 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith from 4 to 6 p.m. for your chance to qualify. While you're there, enjoy a Monster Burger for half price. Do you want to spin the wheel for great prizes? Do you want to see the Las Vegas Raiders take on the Kansas City Chiefs in Las Vegas? Great food, spin the wheel for great prizes, qualify for your chance for the football trip of a lifetime. All of this brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and hitthatline.com.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Busy season is here, and C2 Supply is ready to keep you stocked and moving. Whether you're tackling big jobs or everyday work, we've got the supplies to keep things running smoothly. Stop by C2 Supply, 602N, Broadway in Poteau, or give us a call at 918-647-0430. C2 Supply, keeping your jobs moving all season long, and let us see to your supply needs.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get $80 off DeWalt Atomic 20-volt brushless impact and driver kits, or $50 off select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Employee pricing for everyone and 0% financing on all 2026 GMC Sierra 1500s at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. You pay what we pay on GMC Sierra 1500s. And for well-qualified buyers, get 0% financing or save $15,000 off on the last remaining 2025 GMC Hummer. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Somewhere in the black mining hills of Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. And one day his woman ran off with another guy, hit young Rocky in the eye. Rocky didn't like that. He said, I'm gonna get that boy. So one day he walked into town, booked himself a room in the local saloon. Rocky Raccoon checked into his room, only to find Gideon's Bible.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
I don't think a perfect song exists more than that one. Fantastic. Well done.
We try.
Question.
We try.
I know you do. You do a great job. Is there a better decade than the 90s?
I
Like,
think
truthfully?
we talked about this, Alyssa. I would say the 70s, the 90s, and then maybe the 2010s. I think it skips a decade because the 80s, it's cool music. I dig the 80s. Don't get me wrong. But like about 68 to 78, oh my goodness. And then I'm with you, the 90s.
The 90s.
The 90s just, the music in the 90s just absolutely hits. And then it's like 2000 went to Backstreet Boys and 98 Degrees and O-Town. You're like, get out of here.
Did you just almost say O-Town?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
you know
love
what
that.
I mean,
That made me
though.
so happy.
And
Yes.
Abercrombie and
Some
Fitch, I dig
some
girls.
Hanson,
Yeah.
some
Zero-
LFO.
Zero
Oh
Lachey
my
brothers.
And then,
Man,
and then it kind of came back around
Hanson,
again. You know, 2010 is so I think
Great.
it skips a decade.
Yeah, no, I agree. The 90s were a solid decade for music, for movies, for sports. Also, it was the last time the World Cup was in the U.S. in '94. But I bring up the 90s because The Athletic has been kind of looking back at sports in the 90s. And since we're 53 days away from college football, I wanted to kind of take a look back at, back then it was the BCS, right? And you had the BCS national championship, and a computer determined who was going to play for a national championship back then. But how different is college football in the 90s, according to The Athletic? So many changes. The stakes are different. Conference championships have evolved. Star power is treated differently. This is all according to The Athletic. We've got so much social media, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. How much do you think the game has changed for the better, for the worse since the 90s, Matt?
Well, the athletes are definitely taken care of. Not that they weren't taken care of in the 90s. No, not saying that. But the athletes it's first class travel, it's first class nutrition, it's first class teaching, it's first class. I mean, it is ridiculous how much the downside of that is I do see a lot of kids that have entitlement, and not everybody. I think there's entitlement in every walk of life and aspect.
Well, money does that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're 19 years old and now you're making more than the coach, I think sometimes they get a little attitude.
Yeah. So I can tell you somebody that's in the room on recruiting weekends, in the summer or whatever. They have recruiting weekends, and they'll bring in 7 or 8 or 10, and their families come, and they have a big feed, and somebody that's in the room says that what's different now is there's a table, and it's your mom, your dad, maybe your grandma, if there's a key, person, maybe an aunt, and they're at the table, and there's one more person at the table.
An agent.
It's an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And the players, Ryan Silverwood asked the players to stand up and introduce everybody at the table, including the agent. That didn't happen as recently as 18 months ago, but now the agent is in the room.
Well, sometimes these agents you're not even speaking to the player until you get through the agent.
Well, that's
you talk
right.
to
He
them
sets up
first
the
because you're
weekend.
not. Yeah, because you're not even going to have a conversation if you can't meet A, B, and C. So different.
Yeah,
So
there weren't
different
any-
now.
I never had an agent with me.
No,
Matt never
no.
had an agent with him.
Stephen Paula Jones. That's right.
Paula J. and Steve. Yep.
Andy in Mountain Home said, say what you want about the BCS, but it never got it wrong. If they'd still use it and just expand from 2 to 12, it would remove human emotions and errors. So that was going to be actually my next question, and Andy kind of alluded it to. Do you miss the BCS way of doing things? Do you think this college football playoff committee is still
Well, I'll say this.
the way to go?
Do you think the baseball RPI gets it right? Because they take it.
No.
Exactly. The answer is no.
Yeah.
They take in effect what your record is against your other team, but then they take account what their record is. That should not matter. That shouldn't be a thing right there. And that weights 50% of it.
So you play a team in March, and 6 weeks later, their Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pitchers are out, but their record is still held against you. But they had those 3 guys when you played them. There's nothing right about that.
So a committee?
I think you should have the BCS, and that should be information that you get. And then there should be a committee of people that are impartial that watch the tape. And you don't need to watch every single game. Let me watch 3 or 4 games of you playing against 3 or 4 other common opponents that are, can. I don't need to see you playing a jamboree game. I need to see LSU Ole Miss play. I need to see Alabama play Georgia. You want to see teams go up against, and then you can get a feel, okay, this team has it, this team doesn't. I think there's a lot of smart people out there as far as, like Arch Manning, Nick Saban, not the dad. Like if you're saying have a committee of Andrew Luck would be great on the like let me have some people that know football and can see, hey, and then use the BCS. Yeah, use that, but your margin of victory shouldn't matter. If I'm up 24 points in the fourth quarter, that's what you had in the BCS. You had teams still trying to pile it on because it mattered about the margin of victory, and I don't think that should matter.
The important part of the BCS, too, was that there was just 2. This whole 12 thing and picking 12, that's what we talked about earlier with the Athletic. They made a big deal about this, Alyssa. When I put this on the rundown today, this is kind of what I wanted to get into. The stakes are so much different. With the college football playoff, I mean, there's 12 teams that can get in. With the BCS and the national championship game, it was 2 teams. So you were still fighting all the way up until the last week of the season to be able to say, hey, maybe I might have a chance to find my name slotted into the BCS national championship game, wherever it may be. Now these teams that are already, 10 wins halfway through November, they don't have to play any more games. They don't care about the conference championship. They don't care about anything else. They're already in the college football playoff.
I'm just still bitter about 2023, guys.
There is no way that there is a person that's impartial.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
No. Why? How could you have that? I'm not impartial. I mean, I've got 60 years in my database that tells me what's right or wrong. Well, I'm not impartial because what I think is based on just the relationships that I have and what I believe to be right and true. Well, that doesn't make it right. That's just my opinion. You cannot put anybody in a room that's impartial. Just not. That's why when they have these committees, they give them data to say the RPI is important, the football index is. I mean, I'm not saying it should be or what, but those people need that to have a reference point. But they're still not impartial. So push comes to shove, and I mean.
Sometimes I feel like they use that reference point as a scapegoat to back up some of the other impartial things and decisions that are made.
Well, you need data, but everybody's going to use the data.
Right, you got to use the data the right way, for sure.
But you just said that the right way. Well, what's the right way? Well, you may not know, but what you think is the right way and what I think is the right way may be totally different.
Yep.
So we're not impartial.
I think a good question though about this is that since the 1990s when the Athletic they went and they reviewed 10 of the biggest games from the 1990s. So the SEC championship game, the inaugural one, and then some other really big heavy hitting games in the 1990s. And they didn't really draw any conclusions from this. It was purely just compare and contrast. But kind of why I put this on there today is I want to know if you guys think college football has gotten better. Because when I feel a little, comfortable and I'm just hanging out, I'll put on old video or old videos of, football games from the 80s and the 90s and the NFL and in college football. I have a huge YouTube database of those games. Sometimes the broadcasts are better. I like the production better. Sometimes I like more stuff now. So taking everything into consideration, all the money, the lack of academics, the way the game is played, the production of the television, because football is the biggest sport to watch on TV, the best sport to watch on TV. Is college football better than it was in the 1990s?
It's better. I'm not saying that it's right, but there's no reason for you to play a freshman and sophomore anymore. And there was 25 years ago because you couldn't, when you had injuries or you had, players that didn't pan out, then you had to fill with freshmen and sophomores. And the level of play was not as good as it is now. These are more experienced Power 5. Like I cannot remember watching a game that was as well played and well coached as Indiana last year. So it's better.
Yeah.
You can have a team like that is all juniors and seniors, and they should be. It was a rare thing for a team to build and just have upperclassmen. You had, even Nick Saban played young players, not as many as everybody else, but the teams are better.
I think the teams are better. I think talent's better. Obviously, just I think that's the evolution of the game.
The top
yeah.
end teams are hoarding all the talent.
No.
20
yeah,
years
exactly.
ago.
I mean, the exposure that these kids have, all the resources these kids have, they better be better.
I only ask. I'm sorry, Alyssa. I only ask because you lived through all this. You watched college football games and you watched games in the '90s. I was born in 1999. Didn't get to experience any of that, and so all I've heard since I've become a media member, hardly credentialed, not notable at all. But since I get to work with all these great people who have such great insight, all that we hear from our fans on the text line and these phone calls is college football sucks, and I ain't watching no more, and it's terrible. It's worse than it's ever been. So it's hard sometimes to form an opinion.
Colton, they're talking about two different things.
Yeah, that's kind of where I wanted.
They're talking about their tradition and their ability to keep players and recruit and build a roster, and they don't like it that a player can leave. So they say college football is not as good. Well, that's their opinion for what's happening. But if you watch the games and you don't know the players, it's the best it's ever been.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Clay. And I think you make a really good point, Colton, in what you're trying to ask and what you're trying to phrase, because I think the game itself, the athleticism itself has improved. Certain aspects of college football overall obviously have really put a bad taste in people's mouths. So.
Yeah, and Colton, the other thing that I would say to that is that if you're asking somebody from Arkansas if college football is better or worse, they're talking about their team.
Going to get a biased answer. Like
it's definitely, what we've had the last 10 years is, very few SEC wins. So you say college football sucks now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in most respects, it just sucks for what you're doing.
Yeah. And if I ask some idiot Notre Dame fan who keeps blowing up my phone about sad Dolphins fans, if he likes college football, if it's gotten better, to your point, Clay, I think that you'd say, yes, he'd say it's gotten a lot better.
You're just perspective.
Sure. You know what? Just, the rich keep getting richer over there. That's fine. We're just going to let him be, okay? We're going to let him have his moment. He does not have to be a hater. But yeah, we'll see if college... That's true. We'll see if college football gets any better for Arkansas fans. But I can tell you one thing that can get better, and that's your closet. If you're looking to upgrade your University of Arkansas game day collection, there's only one place to go, Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos, but they're selling out fast, so make sure to get yours. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com, and use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. That's RUSH26 for 20% off. Roback, where action meets comfort. Halftime, rolling on. After this
is halftime.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
You're listening to Halftime Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Our Senators John Bozeman and Tom Cotton and Representative Steve Womack are standing up for radio listeners like us by supporting legislation to keep AM radio in cars. They know the value of local radio in times of emergency. Now it's time for Congress to finish the job and pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Learn more at dependonam.com. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
For generations, Hardscrabble Country Club has been the heart of great golf in Fort Smith. For 100 years, it's where families connect, friendships grow, and traditions are passed down. From its historic fairways to the welcoming community, Hardscrabble is more than a club. It's home. Join us as we celebrate a century of memories and create new ones together. Hardscrabble Country Club. Tradition lives here.
As America celebrates 250 years of hard work and innovation, WT Equipment is proud to carry American-built Hustler turf mowers. During the Hustler Pro Sales event, commercial customers can take advantage of some of the best pricing of the year on qualifying Hustler Zero turns. Whether you're replacing one mower or growing your fleet, now is the time to save. But don't wait. The Pro Sales event ends July 31st. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location or visit WTEquip.com today.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dealing with a CPAP every night? The noise, the constant cleaning. Is your wife telling you she can't take the noise anymore? Dr. Bo Sparkman at Valley Family Dental Practice, Fort Smith, can help you with sleep apnea with a custom dental appliance that allows you to get rid of that annoying CPAP. Dr. Sparkman has years of experience and has treated hundreds of patients just like you. Call for your appointment today, 226-3500. Get rid of your CPAP with Valley Family Dental at Riley Farm in Fort Smith and Roland, Oklahoma. Save up to $4,000 on in-stock 2026 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. That's $4,000 off on this top-selling mid-size SUV. Or drive the brand-new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited-time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
In my shoes, my toes busted. My kitchen says my bread is folded. I got a good job at the dollar store. 1 foot in the hole, 1 foot getting people with a broken hair and a blown out speaker. And I ain't got much else to lose.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Now, let's get back to halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. And you know what? Who's had some better days right now? This baseball team. We talked about it over the weekend. 12 baseball players drafted by the Arkansas Razorbacks in the MLB draft. That is a program record, Clay. It was really cool to watch that, including watching Ryder Helfrich go 12th overall. 15th. Is that correct? 15th. Thank you. To the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then their high school class, incoming class, didn't get touched, which is also good news because all that talent's coming to the Hill. What'd you think about what baseball was able to accomplish over the weekend?
Yeah, there's notable things about that draft. One of them is, Carson Wiggins, and what this team was missing was a first-round closer. I mean, you had McIlvain, but he could have been a starter. Or Wiggins could have been a starter, but they were missing one more big arm, and he's a first rounder. He went to that combine and he threw 3+ pitches, including a 98 to 100 fastball, and it's like, so you talk about the draft. Well, that was an indication of what they could have been with that one more player. And then my personal highlight is Cam Kojal is a fish. He's always been fishy. He's a Miami Marlin.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's like, we were texting back. As soon as he was drafted, I was like, dude, you were destined to be a fish. I ordered my Miami Marlins hat, a black, player.
No visor? Are you going to be like the Marlins guy who stands?
No, I wear a hat.
No?
I wear a full
hats,
back.
No visors for you?
Yeah, I don't wear there's some places up on the top that are a little thinning. I need full coverage. Just like, You know, you don't want a sunburn on your bald spot. You just don't.
No, that doesn't
You don't have
feel.
to worry about that, Alyssa.
I mean, I don't know anything about that. You're correct, but it doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, Skims, we're plotting some hunting trips, for the fall because he won't have fall ball like he did, the last few years. I'm probably going up to Nebraska to the farm. He sent me a video of he and Natalie out there working at the farm, getting the duck blind and everything, ready. So this is Grandpa's place. I talked to his grandpa last week, and everything about Cam I love. So, you talk about being impartial. I'm not. I'm completely biased when it comes to him. He moved up 40 spots from projections.
Yeah.
87th overall. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. No,
all those
it is.
guys.
I mean, really happy for him.
Yeah. I was texting with James McCann after he went. James had 2 home runs in a game against the Dodgers last week, and then he was fired up that the Diamondbacks, his team, drafted Ryder.
Yeah, that was really cool. What do you think Ryder's biggest advantage is? Is it defense or his offense?
Oh no, it's definitely defense. Everything about his defensive ability. But he has bat speed. His problem is recognizing you can get him out on on change ups and off speed in the dirt because he's over aggressive at the plate, and not in a bad way. I mean he can get around on the fastball. His hands are so bat speed, so they're going to work with him on teaching him how to recognize ball position out of the hand. Some things that will help him for his hitting. But you can make it to the major leagues hitting 250. I mean, if you can work with pitchers, defensive ability, calling pitches, he's at the top of the list. All that, and then he's got legit power. He can turn on a 98 fastball and hit it over the wall to the left. I mean, pull side. But he's a little quick to pull the trigger in that off speed. That's what he's got to get better. And that's obvious from watching him. I'm not, not a mental giant. I mean, you can tell that. He's but yeah, he's going to have a short runway to the big leagues. That's the fastest way to get to the big leagues is to be a defensive catcher.
Yeah, absolutely. They had 3 guys who were a part of that transfer class that got drafted. I think, was it Diaz could come back, maybe?
Ruiz,
of the
Diaz.
Ruiz, yeah, of the 3.
I think
what do you
Ruiz
think?
will sign. Pompey's probably coming back. Nolan Souza's coming back.
Oh yeah, I meant from their transfer.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Their transfer class.
Yeah,
Their
I
transfer
got you.
class. Yeah, no, Nolan Souza. He said Nolan Souza and Pompey going to come back, which I think is big
Correct.
for them. But from that transfer class that got a lot of recognition, I think 3 guys got drafted, and I think one of them potentially could come back. Waiting to try to figure out exactly what they do. And again, we talked about it. They have until July 27th to figure it out. But pitching with Carson Wiggins and how high he went, do you still think they need to go out there and see what the rotation looks like?
I think that's a mystery, but I think they have lots of arms. And there's some guys that didn't pitch much last year. I mean, they pitched some, but they're having a big summer. It's for guys like Brissy and Kircher, those guys they need to have a good summer and work on some new pitches. It's Kirchner. He has the heat, but he needs a little bit of help with the off speed stuff. You can't, that was his problem. I think their portal pitchers that they're bringing, it looks pretty good to me. I mean, I'm just looking at numbers, Alyssa. It's hard to really
No, I know. No, it's already, because we also know too, I mean, we could paint a perfect picture and then there could be an injury or there could be something happening or a guy just doesn't maybe pitch which in a way that we thought he could, for example. So this is all hypothetical. It's July. You don't know. But they definitely got to look at what that looks like.
And there's going to be some surprises in the next 2 weeks. When I say that, just because you weren't drafted doesn't mean you can't sign a free agent deal.
Sure.
They thought they had Jackson Wells, was not drafted. He had transferred from ULR. That's a piece that, probably would have been a starting pitcher last year. He had done really well, against power teams in his 3 years at ULR, and they thought he went undrafted, and then 1 week later, Houston Astros signed him for a huge number, and that so these players that were undrafted can still sign.
Gage
All it
Wood
takes
going to be
is
the
the
next
checkbook.
Razorback we see at the show.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I said Gage Wood going to be the next Razorback we see in the show.
Probably so. Yeah, probably so. I mean,
Yeah.
it will depend a little bit on what the Phillies really need and how they're doing. I mean, it could be that they just bring him up, in September if they're not in the race and just let him throw a couple of times. But if they're really tight in the race, that may not be the time for him to come up. They're trying for a wild card.
Sure.
I haven't looked at the standings, so I'm not sure.
They're close. Let's look just for fun for any of the Phillies fans that are listening today. Speaking of, did you watch the home run derby last night?
I did not. That's
okay.
just not for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't have to apologize to me.
I mowed
Don't-
grass till dark and then went to bed.
okay. That is totally okay.
Yeah.
I just was
I've
curious
watched
since we're
it.
talking about Philly. Well,
It
they're 2
takes
games behind
forever.
Atlanta right now. It did. They're 2 games behind Atlanta
Oh,
right now. And in the wild card race, let's see.
Millie sees a delivery driver.
Yeah, they're second. They're second behind the Cubs in the wild card race right now. So they've got a shot.
They're still in it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still in it.
Well, and if they get short on pitching, and it's you never know. Never know when
never
your
know.
time's coming, and it usually comes with the great ones. It comes a little early.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm ready to see the next Razorback make it to Major League Baseball, and we thought it might be
Wallace
Hagen
is
Smith.
close.
Yeah,
He
Caden
just
Wallace
went to
is
AAA.
close. He did, and we thought it might have been Hagen Smith a while back with the White Sox, but then that didn't work out, and that got stalled a little bit. So we'll see who it is. I'm interested to see. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season plays out. All right, we're going to hit a break. But first, if you run a small business and don't have a professional website yet, or you're just tired of messing with those DIY website builders, you need to check out Modular Orange. They're based right here in Fayetteville, build websites for business owners all across Arkansas. And the best part, they'll write, design, build, maintain your website for just $95 a month. That is so easy with no upfront costs or design fees. To get started, call 479-755-3043 or visit modularorange.com today.
Baby steps, Colton.
This is halftime.
It's hay time with Kubota hay equipment from Gray Brothers, like quality-built Kubota disc hay mowers known for their durability and beautiful cut. Kubota hay rakes and, of course, the BV Series Kubota round baler. Couple it with Kubota's M Series cab tractor with 75 to 168 horsepower, and you'll have the prettiest hay on the market. With savings from Gray Brothers and special financing from Kubota, today is your day for a new Kubota at Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Brad Howe in Van Buren or call Ryan Hughes in Fort Smith.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
The spring allergy and hay fever seasons are here, and Law's Drugstore has what you need to safely take care of you and your family. Law's Drugstore can fill and refill your prescriptions, and they have all of the over-the-counter allergy remedies to provide comfort. Call 452-6116 and ask about vaccine shot appointment for shingles, pneumonia, COVID, and whooping cough. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind the Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging, your Xerox authorized dealer in the River Valley. Xerox is more than just a brand, it's your ultimate business partner. Whether you need high-speed printers, powerful copiers, or seamless cloud solutions, Xerox has the tools to keep your business running smoothly and efficiently. And right now, for a limited time, we're offering a free Xerox color printer with the lease or purchase of many Xerox models. To learn more, call us at 783-6600 or visit us at dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, your partner in business success.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
She said it's cold outside, she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. She said I told her and it might as well be my fault. She only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams, and her voice is straining. She says, baby, it's real, I must be lonely.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
And Clay Henry on this beautiful Tuesday, and there is no better way to win me over than to play some Matchbox 20.
It's like I listen to what you
Rob
say.
Thomas, man, oh my gosh, my day is exponentially better right now because of that. So thank you, Colton. It is time for our final slice with Gusano's Pizzeria. Final thoughts here. Matt, you have 6 minutes.
Ooh, that should say it all right there. Let's go, Spain! Sangria for everyone.
Beautiful.
Tacos. I thought we were playing on tacos. I wanna win some tacos. So viva la France. That is my final slice right here. A slice of France and some tacos.
What year was it that Arkansas went to Spain for a basketball little tour? Was that Mike Anderson
16?
team?
Yeah, 16?
Yeah. One of my friends that was on that trip, support personnel, came back and touted a brand of red wine. And I think it was a Rojo, R-O-J-A or something like that.
Roja. It's a Roja.
Yeah.
A Rhine. Rojas?
And
yeah. It's like a Tempranillo.
There you go. And
yeah.
They carried it. They carried it. Sam's Club.
Oh, it's so good. Tempranillo is my favorite red wine. If you also want to try to win me over with some Matchbox 20 and some Tempranillo.
Yeah. They go together, don't they?
They do, with some pizza and some tacos.
Yeah. And a France win.
That's it. All those things.
Champagne. Yeah.
Champagne.
But only from
and then
Champagne.
If you ask Mbappe, he probably touts some kind of Bordeaux.
Oh, some Bordeaux's not bad, man. Come on now.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Not bad
you
at
guys
all.
drink wine.
What?
No, none of it.
Come on, Colton.
It's only good.
Slowly.
It's
Slowly.
slowly. That's probably why I don't like it very much.
No, red wine all the time. Though I had some rosé the other day. It was pretty good.
Is that
That
the
is
pink?
today's.
Is that the pink?
Yes,
Oh,
I can't do white wine. I can't
How
do
you-
it.
It's how you watch Arkansas Razorback football
blush.
games.
Oh, I see.
With rosé glasses.
It's a blush.
No, just red wine for me. Red wine for me. That is going to do it for today's Final Slice, brought to you by our friends at Gusano's Pizzeria, bringing you the perfect slice made with only the freshest ingredients. I've clearly missed what was funny. And a Greek salad. Here we go, guys. If you're looking for the perfect place to watch the game, grab dinner with family, just head on over to Gusano's. That's going to do it for halftime here. We'll be right back tomorrow.
Yes, she's single. Yes, she is. Yeah, but just hey, but tell them they have to go